Good evening, everybody. It's
Hi.
Wednesday night. It's 9 p.m. It's time for What's on Joe Mind. Thank you for sitting through the TBS presentation of the Blues Brothers on the Superstation. But it's time to go. It's time for us. It's our time now. No more reruns of 40-year-old movies. I'm your host, Mike Irizarry. How's everybody doing?
We're good. It's new comic day.
Very good. Best day of the week.
Yeah, moving to Wednesday is like Racktime Rob's dream. It puts that extra lift in his step. It's like the charge that only a fresh pair of underwear can give you in the morning, because Wednesday is new comic day.
That's right. It was Friday a billion years ago, and then I think at one point it was Tuesday, wasn't it?
Well, DC was doing theirs on Tuesday, like from basically once they were able to get distribution going after the pandemic. They did theirs on Tuesday, but they just finally switched over to Wednesday. Although, I mean, basically a lot of people just said, "Hey, they're coming in Wednesday." Just
right.
You could have bought DC on Tuesday if your store was so inclined.
Yeah,
and you wanted to make 2 trips.
When I was a kid, it was like I remember Death of Superman and all the like that era of stuff going to comic shops. And Friday was the day the new comics hit the racks, but that might have just been shop dependent. And Wednesday has been designated as long as I can remember.
I think it was Wednesdays for us then.
Yeah.
But I do remember at one point when I was in junior high and stuff, I think it was Fridays.
Yeah.
It took that extra couple of days to get through customs.
That's right, probably.
Up there in Canada.
Well, when I've worked at 2 comic shops, and when I worked at Silver Snail, we would drive. It was in Toronto, and it was kind of like the Midtown Comics of Canada and Toronto. And the owner had a deal, and he would go down to Buffalo and pick up the comics. And he'd like go down and he'd pick up stuff, or they'd get dropped off. And it was like 6 a.m. we'd get them Wednesday morning, and we had to have them on the shelf by 9:30 for people knocking down the door to get their OMAC issues of Batman and the Outsiders. So they don't miss that crossover tie-in. But I digress. That's just what's on my mind. What's on Joe's mind?
Oh Lord, so much. We were off last week, and so we actually have news to cover, which is kind of random this summer. But now that we're out of Yojo June, stuff happened, and so there's 2 full weeks of news to cover.
Well, there's some kind of gathering in San Diego happening soon, so
yeah, and so we're kind of killing time in between that. We figured we'd squeeze you in here so you could talk about all the cool stuff that you've got coming up.
Yeah. I'm the off week guy.
Yeah,
that's my new code name, off week.
Dude, that's all we have. I mean, if it wasn't for off weeks, it would just be all Phil Donnelly all the time, and nobody wants that.
I get a bye. Yeah.
So yeah,
it's All-Star game, right? All-Star week.
Yeah, like off weeks are the on weeks. On weeks are Phil Donnelly weeks. Nobody wants that.
Poor Phil.
I'm waiting to see if Phil pops up in the live chat. There he is. Phil's here. Otherwise, I wouldn't be making fun of him.
Hello. Well, it's an honor to be here. May I just say that? I'm just kind of here all of a sudden. One moment, I'm just playing with my fast draw and interrogator, and next thing I know, I'm on the TV computer with you guys.
We have that effect on people.
Yeah, I got my fast draw.
Our stunning regular guy vibe just belies that sort of activity.
You always need a fast draw within reach of an interrogator.
Fast Draw is perhaps my irrational favorite from 1987.
Ooh, he's a good one. I remember when I first saw those 87 figures, and you drool at the figures, and there'd be like 4 or 5 on the pegs, and then you instantly I'd grab the back and like, who are all these other new guys? And you
looked at Spike out in Crystal Ball and went, what the hell?
You know what? If Crystal Ball was actually the first 87 figure I got, probably because the pegs had been so picked over.
Right.
When I got there,
was the one left.
9 Crystal Balls there. Look, hey, I love all aspects of Joe, and I got some love for Crystal Ball. You know me, it's documented. I like the weird guys. I like it just as much as I like the straight up hardcore dudes. I love it all. That's what makes G.I. Joe so great.
I think it's okay to to recognize that, you know, you can like Crystal Ball, but I mean, it is factually representative that he was not popular.
Yeah, and in looking at 87, no way would I put him at the top. But you know, there's something about those, you know, distinct Cobra guys, like Interrogator here, right? Like,
Right.
what a 91 All-Star. Like
Right.
paint job, he's not like garish. He's got like a really solid design. I mean, you guys know Interrogator well, but like whenever there was a new Cobra guy who was distinct, because you instantly made up that head canon of who they could be.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't know Crystal Ball would never actually make it into animation. Like maybe he would be like super badass, or maybe he'd be totally crazy like Mindbender, right? Like you don't like, who was this guy? He just, at the moment, he just felt like a new Cobra guy. And then we, you know, Interrogator, Headman, whoever that like solo Cobra dude was, Cesspool, the tyrannical grandpa with the robot arm and the chainsaw. Love, you know, like Cesspool. What a great figure. People hate on him, but it's like, come on. He's like such a great single one-off Cobra villain dude. And I don't know if he has a robot arm or not, but I just always thought he did. No one has been able to confirm that in my 40-something years of life.
I'm willing to say it's at least a cyborg arm.
Yeah.
That is not just armor.
Is it on the same side as all the scarring?
Whatever caused his scarring caused the damage to his arm. So
that's a great question.
That's what I'm saying.
I think so. Yeah. You know, I had this conversation with some esteemed Joe people, you know, Patrick, not Picard, Stewart, and Carson, and a few other people. And we were talking about Cesspool, and there's a lot of interesting history that has come out in the last few years, and they had uncovered some stuff. Like I believe it was Carson or Patrick, and I don't want to miscredit it, but one of them told me that there was an original plan for Cesspool to be like a logger, and that's why he maybe had the chainsaw, and like some like, I don't know, he's an environmental terrorist, like cutting down trees. But then they were like, no, let's just go full eco maniac.
Right.
And for those of you just joining, we're talking about Cesspool of the Eco Warriors. Again, a figure who I actually enjoy quite a bit. But Cesspool, and there's like we never really figured out, like, why was he hideously scarred? So I always took it as like, well, he's this eco-terrorist. And when you look at it now, in today, 2025 mindset, it's like, that actually, like a guy who's environmentally, you know, bananas and just going out doing all this, like you name every type of environmental offense, like the ozone, you know, remember when the ozone layer was a big deal and all that stuff, you know, the earth crust, the earth's mantle, and Inhumanoids and stuff. I mean, you know, maybe he was digging for Inhumanoids. Who knows?
That is on. The scar and the armored arm are on the same side. They're on the right side. So
you think it's an armored arm and not a robot arm?
It could be. It's at least armored. It could be robotic. It looks, looking at that bicep, it looks awfully.
I'm saying cyborg.
Yeah.
What about Major Blood? Is it a robot arm or is it a armor?
Major Blood, I always thought was armor because he had later figures that had a real arm.
Mm-hmm. Unless the technology just advanced.
Yeah. Now on the classified, definitely. But
right.
Yeah, I would like to put it out to the chat if anybody's here.
I think it depends what medium you're consuming, really.
Maybe classified Cesspool will
answer the question.
Answer.
I mean, if Lenny's past performance has given us any sort of hints, it's going to be robot all the way.
Robot.
I mean, I don't hate that.
Right. You throw the opportunity to design a cyborg to Lenny, and I think he just jumps all over it.
Well, get Cesspool.
Right.
Yeah.
Look, we're getting to a point where he's one of the few Cobras we haven't seen yet. So.
Oh, I'm holding out. I'm holding out for Cesspool, Globulus, Headman. Give me that Cobra drug dealer, guys. Come on. He happened. You can deny it, but he is real. You can say, the fact is he happened.
The most notable part of the Deke cartoon series. he is right there in the middle of it.
Just ignore Deke. Just look at this awesome figure who comes in a pinstripe suit and he's got the hair and the goatee. I mean, you know, and they re-release him later in like orange.
Right.
Like somebody there knew what they were doing.
He looks like the Hamburglar in formal wear. It's just,
dude. Well, I gotta say though, he's got the most badass squad. Like the headhunters and the headhunter stormtroopers. Those figures are amazing. And I like the club did a repaint of the headhunters where they were like a green and black and gold. Those figures are amazing. If they didn't cost like $1,000, I'd be like building up an army of those. I'm telling you, the headhunters, they're like the Vipers with berets. They're like French Vipers.
Right. So somehow a couple of years ago, I lucked into one of those club headhunters. And so like, it was just, I was out at one of the shops when I was living in St. Louis, and they were just like, yeah, $10 for that. I'm like, counting off the ones. Take them all.
Take my money.
So I remember when eBay you could get them for like $7. Not those particularly, but billion years ago. Yeah.
Right. I got a card from eBay not long ago. And it made me think of my first Joe, like the happy anniversary card from eBay. And it's way too many years ago now. It would have been, would have
been the 90s, I think.
Yeah.
Late 90s.
Fall of 97 would have been my first. So this would have been this past fall. I got a card from them. Hey, happy anniversary. My first purchase off of eBay was a Slugger. And it was complete with Thunder, and it cost $11.
Amazing. Yeah. Those things were crazy.
About what it would have cost in the store in the day.
Right. $11.
Maybe less.
I remember being on there heavily in the Spy Troops days because a lot of those Spy Troops did not come to Canada. Like you were not finding Scalpel here.
Oh, really?
Or like there was like a wave or two. Yeah, he was one of the few that I dig from that era, like looking, there's another guy, right? Imagine classified Scalpel.
Yeah, that would be good.
That is an underserved era. There were some good characters. I always tend to think that the figure construction was kind of wonky in that time, but it wasn't really the creative was good.
Agreed. The torsos are a little weird. They went for like a bit of that superhero. They were following like when Kenner redid those Star Wars figures that were just like Luke looked like Superman, They were just like bulked them up and stuff. Luke. Yeah. But yeah, no, I don't hate that line. I'm not. They don't look as good as the originals, so.
No.
The O-rings. No way.
No, they do not.
No way. Even like, these later, it's funny, I was like digging up these randos. Like the Tiger Force talking commando stalker that was, I think he was a 6-pack, right? And then this Flint is really nice. And I forget what 6-pack he was in, but he was
there was a Night Force one, and then he also came with that Night Force Moray.
Yeah, I think this is the Night Force set that had Action Man. Like Tracker was repainted as Action Man.
Correct.
Wow, pulled that one deep brain cartridge.
Yeah, because I think the one with the Moray doesn't have the face paint.
Yeah, tight.
Oh, I didn't. I can't say I'd ever noticed that.
Very good.
I tend to pay more attention to the beachhead from that set, but that it's probably just me.
Yeah.
I don't think those are a whole lot different. There is a difference though. I just don't remember what it is off the top of my head.
I think it's
anyhow. Well, yes, in Flint, yes, but on Beachhead
on Beachhead now
there's no face paint.
No.
Anyways, before we go too far down the rabbit hole, what do you say we get to the news?
There's news.
All right, and first news item. We always start off with the sad ones, so we'll refrain from Doots the first time out. But last week or almost 2 weeks ago, it was right after we had done the show. word came from Rhode Island that Alan Hassenfeld had passed away. He had was part of Hasbro pretty well as long as he was alive. You can see there he joined in 1970 upon completing his college education. Worked extensively overseas and was instrumental in establishing Hasbro's European operations through that decade. Was named executive vice president in 1980, president in 1984. Was named chairman and CEO upon the passing of his older brother Stephen in 1989, until he stepped down in 2003. And then again as chairman in 2005. He did serve as emeritus chairman, or really high paid advisor, I guess is what that would be, until 2024. He was the last of the Hassenfeld family to sit on the Hasbro board of directors. Also led Hassenfeld family initiatives, which championed child safety, women's empowerment, local business opportunities, and more. I know a lot of folks that we know in the circles that we run in got the opportunity to meet Mr. Hassenfeld back when they did that one HasCon in Rhode Island a few years back, and everybody just loved talking to him there. He was apparently just a very nice man. The reports of his charity and his willingness to give back to his community cannot be overstated enough. But he passed. He was 70. Do the math real quick? Is that 77? I don't know. But rest in peace, Mr. Hassenfeld.
Yeah, he's 77.
We appreciate everything you did for us. Lord knows we probably aren't here without your support of G.I. Joe in the 1980s. Yeah, there's that. Rack Time Rob, anything to add?
No, I think you said it all.
All right. But moving on. Next news item. I'm waiting for Doots. Just earlier today, we got some digital render reveals. And I want to give more credit, but I was late to the party on these. I work overnights now, so I was asleep during the day. I got these in here about an hour before the show started. So credit to some rando on Facebook. But at any rate, a couple of long overdue guys from the 1986 edition are coming to Classified. You can see Sci-Fi and Wetsuit here. Both of them passed my initial sniff test in that they have removable helmets. That's all I ask, guys. That's all I ask.
Well, I'm telling you, 30th Sci-Fi is the one to beat right now. So if you go look at that modern era 30th Sci-Fi,
yeah, he's pretty
awesome. Rules. In fact,
that is a good figure,
dude. Like, so I saw this Sci-Fi. I'm like, okay, are they going to pull it off? Are they going to make the ultimate Sci-Fi? Because we'll see.
Hey, there's some nods to that figure here. You can see he's got the removable faceplates on the helmet. That 30th Sci-Fi gave us that full mask as an option, and looks like he's got that one here. So that looks like it's pretty cool. I don't know what's up with the black backpack. I don't know why we are miscoloring backpacks on some of this stuff, but it's okay if things are a little different.
Do you think they're doing that stuff so that then they can reissue the retro version and get all the colors right? Like, I've got Airborne. I love my Airborne figure, except, I wish he came with like a more accurate rifle, and there's just like tiny little things where it's like, just make it more like the figure. Give him.
Although that is more he does have more the type of gun that a paratrooper would have.
Of course. I know. I mean, yeah, of course. But I like the bayonet.
Yeah.
But
steal it from a CG.
Yeah.
I think that is it. It just as little as you can change it, and still keep retro card as an option is probably a reuse imperative there.
Mm-hmm.
For a guy like Sci-Fi, who's pretty distinctive. Like you're not necessarily going to reuse these parts from Sci-Fi in another place. So you at least might as well leave the door open for you to make another sci-fi.
Mm-hmm. He's got one of those code names where it's like, it's a genre, you know, like if you had a guy named Rom-Com, that would be like, okay, well, sci-fi was the precedent, you know?
Well, I find it ironic. I had always heard that you know, sci-fi was rolled out there and was fairly popular because they were kind of not encouraged to use Flash because of naming rights or potential naming kerfuffles with the distinguished competition.
The fast guy in the pajamas, yeah.
Right. And so then they roll out Sci-Fi, who years later they had problems making into figures because of naming with the network.
Until they changed their spelling.
Right, until they got off the rock, then yeah.
That's right. Oh, that's why they canceled CNN, that figure. Wait, what? I don't know.
Well, I mean, you know,
Mickey Mouse was going to be an epic figure.
CNN had such a cheap suit. It was just the worst.
I mean, honestly, like sci-fi, it's cool. Like it's 86. It was like, yes, that name works. But today it does feel like, okay. I mean, honestly, Joe of this era, nothing could go wrong. These code names are the greatest. They're the best. You know. But, yeah.
Right. It's right in that sweet spot that everybody seems to like. Era-wise, like there's even people out there that don't necessarily care for the original 13 because they think they're too plain.
Yeah.
But even the old guys like Rob and I, we dig the dudes from 1986. You're one of the younger guys from Real American Hero. You dig the guys from 1986. You can't go wrong in 1986.
No, you can't. And 86, it's funny. It is like the hard cutoff for a lot of people who stopped. They're like, I stopped at 86, and it's like I hear that all the time. You know, I loved it all. I love every year, every era. But yeah, 86 gets a lot of love, and the characters were big. I mean, you know, you got your
Right.
beachhead, wetsuit, leatherneck. Like everybody got a really good portrayal on that Sunbow cartoon, right? Like you can pick out, like there's a great mainframe. You know, everybody's getting like, it's good, and yeah,
even the characters that didn't get a spotlight, they were around a lot. So
yeah. Actually, that's good trivia. Who would be the last? Who got the least airtime of 86? Because when I think of the 86 line, I'm like, everybody got an episode. Lowlight, Iceberg, like you're getting like featured dudes and everybody. I wonder who got the least attention.
I mean,
might be Lift Ticket.
Maybe, but Lift Ticket was around a lot. Like he still had his moments to shine. There was no dedicated Beachhead episode, but he was always there, so we don't think of it that way.
Yeah, he was always leading everybody.
Right, like
Slipstream. You get a Slipstream.
That's why I say Lift Ticket, because basically when you see him, he's sitting in the helicopter.
Yeah.
He got
do those medevacs, man. It was key. Yeah,
he got some run in $1 Million Medic and a couple other ones too, though.
Yeah.
So like he wasn't just in the helicopter.
Oh yeah, he had lines. I mean, you know, he did better than Crankcase.
I think he got to beat up on Tomax and Zaymon once, even. I might be remembering it wrong.
Maybe it is Crankcase. You might have nailed it.
Crankcase was 85.
85. He's 85 though. Yeah, but he got like nothing.
Crankcase actually showed up. I think he had the most camera time in the second season than he had in the more time in the second season than he did in the first one.
Yeah, because that Oz Striker was everywhere. That was like the most reissued vehicle in the line. I don't know. It feels like it anyway.
And in season 1, he got a couple of frames in 2 episodes. But in season 2, in The Most Dangerous Thing in the World, you actually see him up front in a crowd for a few seconds. So yeah, go Crankcase.
That's a great episode.
Like 15 seconds worth of camera time. You know, right around where the guy who's not Thunder, but it's supposed to be Thunder. Oh, Lieutenant Lifeline. like Crankcase is in that shot.
Yeah, General Lifeline.
General, man, that episode is hilarious. I haven't watched it in a while, but when they
Yeah.
all
Somebody
get
making the
promoted,
jump
right?
from corporal to
Yeah.
the general or colonel. It's just, yeah, okay.
Was it General Lifeline or whatever they promote him to? Yeah, that's good.
Like if that doesn't scream, this is a mistake.
Yeah, I love how the Joes just follow them, right?
Yeah.
They're like, okay.
Well, I paid to follow orders in this man's army.
Claymore, that's a good one. Yes.
He kind of counts. I mean, those I don't know if they were treating the Toys R Us exclusive Frank and Joe characters as canon inclusions or not. So
he was in Brazil.
yeah, I
Stuff going
maybe. Maybe, yeah.
And wetsuit, yeah, love the wetsuit.
Yeah, wetsuit's a guy I've been waiting for a while. I'm glad they updated his little sled there. That looks pretty cool. But otherwise, that's a pretty faithful rendition of wetsuit.
Yeah, I want to see him with the helmet on. And
right.
Yeah. Is it going to be one of these like Star Brigade situations where the helmets just look redonkulous?
I honestly, that second wetsuit that came out a little later on that had the removable helmet, it kind of looks like that.
Yeah.
Off the side, so it'll be all right.
Yeah, that second one, the helmet was a little big for my liking, but
it's funny in a year like '86 when everybody's head was a little bit oversized, wetsuits was way too small. Way too small.
Yeah, I never really thought of it, but you're
for a guy who's carrying around a helmet and a mask and way too small.
It was futuristic gear at the time, though.
Sure.
He needed to be able to swim fast.
I mean, Sunbow gave him that luxurious fro.
That's right.
So that, I mean, what helmet's going to contain that?
Yeah.
Anyways, on the other side of things, we got to see Desert Scorpion and the all new Grim Viper.
Yeah, I thought this was going to be a Skullbuster potential take, who was like the Range Viper gone badder.
Right, but, or the guy who's in charge of the Range Vipers.
Yeah. There's a great IDW comic, I'm sure you guys know it, with Skullbuster is featured in. He's like, they just make him super badass. But yeah, Grim Viper, okay, a repaint-ish new character. Yeah. Desert Scorpion's amazing. Like, he's a 91, 92 All-Star, right? 91?
I think 91.
Yeah, 91. Whew.
And,
Fire year, 90, 91. Great.
Good figures those years, yeah.
Great figures, yeah. Right before it got bananas, but
vehicles, figures still really solid.
Yeah, it's funny though. 91 vehicles. I think 91 is it 91 or 90 has like some of the best vehicle drivers, like Vapor and Decimator and like Updraft. Like the vehicle drivers were crazy. Is it 90 or 91?
I think it's 90.
Yeah. I mean, Interrogator, he's getting a lot of play tonight. Interrogator, he's 91.
He is the favorite Cobra of our former guest host, the Honcho Mark Weber.
Yeah, he's great. Well, shout out Mark Weber for sure. He's a smart guy. Knows his Cobras. And we got a treat for him on the new album. I think he's gonna like, actually.
There you go.
Yeah.
If I have one
I don't want to bury that clue, but
if I have one question about Desert Scorpion, it's that if you're in the desert, what do you need a grappling hook gun for?
Yo, you never play like Super Mario Brothers with you gotta get high up in the pyramids?
Well, sure. I mean, if there's just a mysterious levitating, floor of bricks up there, I'm gonna want to go check that out. But I'm just saying that I don't think Desert Scorpion's finding a lot of those.
A desert grappling hook. Look, again, if I was like 7 years old, I'd be like, yes, give me that desert grappling hook. I want it.
Bring it.
Yeah. Rom-coms hiding up there.
We've just we've uncovered the hidden mail away figure from 1984's.
That's right. Romcom is definitely going in 1984's now. I still have to create 1,112 more figures.
Well,
So,
I'm glad we could help you get one off the book.
literally get the Sharpie out here. All right,
Romcom.
Romcom.
All right, Romcom. Love it. Or that's what Rom uses to communicate in space.
Ooh.
Rom Space Night. Romcom. Over. Sorry.
It's okay. I'm going through the live chat while you're
That's good. It's
jotting
late.
that
I'm
down.
talking with other men about G.I. Joe. This is the best.
Right.
No other place I want to be on a Wednesday night.
Grown-ups, no less.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel a little bit of a missed opportunity on that Grim Viper too, man. I just Skullbuster was a repaint I really liked, and it just I'd rather see him.
Do you think maybe they'll issue give him some dreads, put him in purple, call him Skullbuster, dirty him up?
Maybe. I don't know.
Could do anything. When Shadow Tracker came out, it felt like they were trying to make like a Skullbuster evolution with Shadow Tracker, but
Maybe
he's his own guy.
Yeah, he is kind of his own thing.
Yeah.
But I'm really looking forward to that Desert Scorpion. I like that humongous Scorpion. You know he's going to be deluxe.
Yeah, he'll be a pet. He'll be a pet pack.
Now I can't tell. Is that a robot scorpion or is that supposed to be like a giant mutant scorpion?
It looks more giant mutant to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Maybe he's got Cobra.
Maybe in a world of giant desert mutant scorpions, there are floating bricks for grappling hooks.
Who can stop them? Digital render.
Like Alpine, he's just going to grapple onto the nearest trouble bubble.
Yeah.
So we threw the question out to our social media early there, Berg. Which of these four are you looking forward to the most?
I think Desert Scorpion. I'm a huge fan of the original O-Ring. Love to see how he materializes in classified scale. Sci-fi, like I said, if they can make sci-fi like on that level of the 30th sci-fi, which surprised me. I didn't know I wanted a sci-fi figure that bad.
Right.
But like give me that Skittle. I need that neon Skittle color. Don't cheap out. Don't try and make him like a, olive camo green or something. Make him bright. He's got to be a bright neon sci-fi. That's for me anyways. That's part of the charm. Some of these guys, look, you can gritty them up. You can, increase their size, but the original sci-fi was this undeniable lemon lime laser trooper.
And the lime Skittle.
give me the lemon lime sci-fi. So I can't quite tell in that digital render if it's going to be like a muted neon lime or it's a bit more greenish lime. Like, what do you guys think? Are they going to make him neon? Like Wetsuit, they looks like they got the colors right.
Right.
I
think that they didn't quite make it super bright, but
yeah.
you alluded to a retro carded version, and I think that's where they're really gonna crank that back up to the 10 it was.
He's definitely, I would say he's definitely not olive drab, but he's not. I don't think he's the super bright. The Night Vipers can find him without their gear green.
Yeah, I mean he's not like I don't know. Make him go all the way. Make him neon green at that scale. Like, what are you afraid of, guys? The people, the people who love sci-fi want that neon green. He's gonna pop. He's not in Night Force, all right?
we didn't ask for sci-fi. We keep asking for Flash.
Yeah, that's funny, eh? They still haven't done Flash.
I'm just jealous.
And they've made the hard part already.
Yeah, the Hal.
Yeah, Toy Bounty Hunter draws the comparison. He's going to be like Blowtorch, and I think that's probably accurate. Like we're going to get the new quote realistic looking one here, and like Blowtorch, we will get a just bright red and yellow carded version. With Sci-Fi, I think we're going to just get a bright green carded version later. So,
yeah, But what are your favorites? What's your pick?
My pick, just to be different, because really, Desert Scorpion's got a big scorpion. But I'll go with Wetsuit, just
like that band.
Right. Right. I'll go with Wetsuit just because it's a guy who I think is underserved in his representation in G.I. Joe as a whole. There's a couple of just badass Navy SEALs running around on this team, and we only ever get to see them dive.
Yeah, so Larry never gave him a lot of shine in the Marvel comics, right? There's
not a whole bunch.
No.
He would show up sometimes as a, like, he was along on missions and wearing his BDUs and what have you, but they're never really a spotlight. And then on the cartoon, he's going to be floating around in the drink with Deep Six and the Shark, or
him and Leatherneck,
inexplicably running around in his wetsuit on land with Leatherneck.
I mean, their relationship was pretty fun on the cartoon, right?
Right. You needed to have it, but
yeah.
But how about you, Rob?
I think my favorite's probably Sci-Fi out of this.
All right.
Sci-Fi and Wetsuit are definite buys. Desert Scorpions a maybe. Grim Vipers a no.
Action J, and that's, you have to say it that way because the exclamation point. These are solid 4 figures. I definitely think those will be brightened up in the retro line. There you go. There you go. Good call. Action J.
But like, is Sci-Fi is he going to have that much demand for a retro figure? I mean, I don't know what they're looking at when they're reissuing them on the card backs, right? Like when they reissued the Eels, it was like, oh my God, instant buy. Like those Eels were amazing either way, right? If we know there's going to be a lemon lime Sci-Fi, I'm going to hold out for that one.
Maybe that's why they haven't told it to you now.
Yeah. Get you to double dip.
Yeah, but I don't know. The bright figures were bright, and like keep them bright. You don't need to Dark Knight Returns all my guys. And that's when they made Batman dark for people. Just do it.
That's when they ruined Batman. Is that what you're saying?
I love Dark Knight Returns. I'm just saying, there's grim and gritty, and then there's crazy bright, flashy 80s.
Right.
I wish they'd set the Joe movies in the 80s. I feel like they would have worked, but that's another conversation. Yeah.
I would have to. I don't have any coherent thoughts. We'll have to come back to that. But
Rise of Cobra. Can you imagine had it been in 84? I
don't know.
Forget the suits and the robos. Make it 84, full 80s. Like when they did the Wonder Woman. What was it? Wonder Woman 86?
Wonder Woman 84.
84, Although in Wonder Woman 84, some kid's playing Operation Wolf, I think, or there's an arcade game in the background that did not come out in 84, and that ruined the whole movie for me. I'm looking in the background, I'm those arcade games weren't around in 84, man. I was playing them in 90,
Bubble Bobble was 87.
Yeah. Who was in charge of the arcade set in Wonder Woman 84? I mean, I guess it was an Infinite Earth somewhere where they got those games.
That's what ruined the movie for you, not the weak storyline?
Yeah, I mean, the rest of the movie's kind of forgettable, but
not anything after the mall scene, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll let you have that one, man.
Okay, thanks.
You were already
anything after the mall scene and anything that didn't have the cheetah.
You were already so blinded by rage that the rest of the movie just didn't get through for you. It didn't get through.
Well, yeah, it's like some kid, if you watch a movie set in the 60s and he's there playing with Snake Eyes, he's like, I just got some G.I. Joes. It's like, yo.
No, those are the wrong ones.
Come on. I'd be like, I would stand up in the theater and be like, Snake Eyes was not around 1965. Sorry.
It's always funny when I'm watching old movies and you see inside some kid's room and there's always, a cluster of G.I. Joes on the shelf or on the floor or whatever. I'm sitting there picking out who's in it, and I can tell when they were filming.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh well, clearly this movie was released in '89, but that's a fast draw on the floor. They were clearly filming this in '87.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
88 when he was still on the show.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm not seeing any '88 Joes, Rob. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's not there. It's not there. Steve Young, 2-time first team All-Pro quarterback, asks, "Is the Scorpion articulated?" We don't know. We got a digital render for you. That's all we got. My guess is at least the big claws, but I don't know anything past what you see on the screen.
I'm not a scorpion expert, but is there a known species of scorpion that can attain man size? Any
Only
scorpion
these
expert
movies and the Super
in
Friends.
the chat? I mean, you never know. Sometimes we're like, oh yeah, there's this underwater scorpion that actually can grow to the size of a Fiat.
with what we're doing to the environment, maybe someday. But, you know.
I am not an expert on Australian topography,
Yeah,
but I'm going to guess if somebody could bust one out, it's those guys.
It's Australia.
He's the Australian scorpion. Does the scorpion have a name too? I don't know.
Kudos to Crocodile Joel McMullen.
Yeah.
For continuing to survive in a land of just insane animal life. Just
when the crocodile hunter was still going, he had a special called the 10 Deadliest Snakes in the World. He didn't have to leave Australia to find any of them, and I think 3 of them he found in his backyard.
Right. I think one of them he just had in a tank next to the camera on his desk.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's what we got. We got 4 digital reveals. Be sure to tell us your favorite down below in the comments. Don't bother putting it on the live chat screen because I'm not putting it on the screen.
Is Grim Viper, here's a question for you guys, right?
Okay.
Anyone. Do we think Grim Viper is a whole new unit, or like the Grim Vipers, or is he one Viper who's like just totally negative and grim?
I would think, since he appears to just be a repaint of the Range Viper, if he was one guy, he would really he's getting his ass kicked.
Yeah.
You know, so I think it's just a subset of the Range Vipers. I think it's more than one guy.
I want him to have like a sickle or something, you know, or what a scythe. What does the Grim Reaper have? Like that giant thing, like
scythe.
Scythe, yeah, like that, you know. There, you know. Give him a cloak or something, like give him a cape, right? Come on. Like you're gonna call him Grim Viper. People are gonna be like, come on, guys. Then at least G.I. Joe him up a bit. Give him, like, I got this dude from shout out Strike Force Alpha. Like, look at this guys. Give him something like that. Right. That's badass. This guy looks way cooler than Grim Viper.
Yeah. He's got cape. Well, he's got a cape.
Yeah, he's got a cape and he's O-ring, so that automatically makes him better.
Like Toy Bounty Hunter says, make him whatever you want.
Yeah,
exactly.
Totally. Yeah, make him what you want. Right. I don't want to be negative. I'm just.
But hey, look at this. You've got an album title right there. So, you know.
Grim Viper.
That's at least a song, isn't it?
Well, Romcom's getting his own song first. Yeah.
If you want to do like a 9 Inch Nails cover album, you get Grim Viper.
Maybe that's Grim Viper's arch nemesis is Romcom.
That's right.
It's all coming together.
There we go. And under his mask, Zack Snyder.
I mean, he looks cool. He kind of reminds me of Crossbones, the Captain America villain.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
In that kind of vibe.
A little bit. So anyways, we'll let that again, everybody leave your comments down below. Next news item. Hey, I don't know if you collect sneakers there, Berg, but available on Friday from Bull Airs. We have these G.I. Joe and Cobra offerings. And I here again, I don't know anything else about these. They didn't drop any price point. It's not up on their website yet. We're all going to find out on Friday. But if these look cool to you, bullairs.com is where you want to be on July 18. My only comment is, ooh, hey, look, the little Cobra one's got a pouch.
I was saying boule.
Joe ARAH says that looks like a truck payment for your feet. And I can't agree more. Berg, is this something you would take on stage?
I don't think these are for me. I just got some crazy neon. I'll tell you, I'm not against some crazy shoes. I just got these.
There you
like
go.
Neon. I like a nice, because you know why I got these?
Art support.
Copperhead. I was like, these look like Copperhead shoes. If you can see the shoelaces, it's totally.
Well, now
Dude,
that you say it, sure.
Yeah.
I was like, I saw these sneakers and I'm like, I need the Copperhead Sauconys. The guy's like, what are you talking about, Copperhead? I'm like, yo, Cobra Moccasin. Come on, dude. Guy was like 21. He's like, what? But so I'm not against like a lavish, bright color. Like I love colors as clearly from Lemon Lime Sci-Fi. Just don't know that this design is really, if it floats your boat, cool. But I'm not quite sure what they're doing here. Like, would Cobra Commander wear these sneakers? Like, make me the sneakers that Cobra Commander would wear.
Right. I mean, down in the gym at the Terradrome, I'm sure anything goes.
Now, if I saw these in person, maybe they might win me over. I'm just a little trying to figure them out. You're gonna get them though, right, Mike?
I'm totally in. I actually, if I was going to get one or the other, I have to say I would lean more towards the Joe ones. But I was going to say, judging from your promo picks, from your Kickstarter, which we'll talk about in a little bit. I mean, you have your sweet custom Word Burglar Chuck Taylors, so I'm holding out for a pair of them.
Yes. Well, look, and yeah, I do. I love some bright colors. These are kind of cool. What I do love about these is they're G.I. Joe. Like somebody is like, we're gonna make some G.I. Joe shoes, and these are great. Like, again, if I saw them in person, and try them on, maybe who knows? I might do it. Like, I like the yellow laces on that on the Cobra Commander ones.
There are people out there who just collect sneakers.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? If one of them is also an old G.I. Joe fan, they're in for two pairs.
I mean, I think it's cool. Shout out Bull Airs for getting the G.I. Joe license. Like, that's, I don't know. It's cool.
Right?
Yeah.
Anything that spreads the love is at least a little bit good.
Absolutely.
Even if it's a crazy ass cuckoo clock.
Yeah. Now, if these were sci-fi colored, I'd be all in.
Right. You'd be holding up your leg going, look, I got him on.
I know. Or like Toxo Viper, give me those ones, right?
There you go.
We're doing Alley Viper version 3 color t-shirts right now for the Kickstarter, because I do the Rap Viper shirts in a bunch of different things. And I don't know. If keen-eyed people who know that colorway, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, that is Alley Viper V3." It's like this Galapagos blue with the burnt orange.
There you go. That's what I was about to ask. Is that because I flip him in my head? I didn't know if it was that one or the Bumblebee one.
Bumblebee was 2.
Yeah, and Bumblebee's great too. All 3 of those, and there's another one too, right? Isn't there a white and green one? And then there's a bunch of the bootlegs as well.
Oh yeah, and then they did them again. Valor versus Venom era, and anyways, there was a lot.
There was a lot, but yeah, I kind of like that oddly where they reversed the blue and orange, but then they changed the blue and orange, which is interesting. But yeah, I love the Alley Vipers. Yeah.
There's a lot there to love.
Yeah.
Either way, the color scheme just screams angry Knicks fan on the subway.
That's right.
Which is redundant in that it's just Knicks fan on the subway.
Yeah. I thought he was a Broncos fan, but I don't know.
Yeah, maybe that too. I don't know about Detroit. I don't know about Denver's subway system, but
they do have
those Alley Vipers are a little lightly armed for the subway.
Well, Denver Airport, there's a lot of interesting things happening there.
That's what I hear. Yes.
Yeah.
But
they've got all these awesome, cool, like, statues, and I'm sure anyone who's ever been to the Denver airport, there's like a horse with like glowing red eyes when you're like driving into like the passenger drop off, and there's like weird like post-apocalyptic paintings and strange, like, there's a lot of strange stuff going on at that airport.
And pigeons everywhere.
Yeah,
Right.
Google it.
I
It's
had a pigeon try and steal my Whopper at the Denver
Oh.
airport, so we almost got in a brawl there.
wow. Was it right out of your hands?
Damn near. I had
Yeah,
just
that
put it down.
was a
I-
seagull. It was seagull level of aggression. It really
Right,
was.
like
It was-
my hand was still over the Whopper, and he made his pass at it. Good. Yeah. Anyways, so again, to sum up, these are coming from Bull Airs. Check them out at bullairs.com. I have nothing else for you in terms of price point or availability. I just know that they are available starting this Friday, July 18th.
I've actually never heard of this sneaker line. So
They do a lot of boutique-like licensed type apparel like this, so this is in line with what they do.
yeah, no, they are.
Right.
They're pretty cool. The more I'm staring at them, I'm like, all right, okay, let's see.
Like they have certainly earned the right to or add GI Joe to their product line, because they do licensed character sneakers.
Uh-huh. What else have they done? Have you seen any?
Oh, I looked at the site a couple days ago, and I've slept since then.
Okay. I'm just curious if they're doing like a Transformers or Visionaries with some holograms on the side.
I did not find any other Hasbro properties, so I did take a quick look for Transformers or Mask or things like that, and there was nothing else like that either. This looks like it's their first Hasbro related shoe. So
Cool. Well, I am intrigued now.
Right, check it out Friday.
All right.
Next news item.
Doot, 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 doot.
Hey, happening on Kickstarter.
Well,
It's another offering from Heavy Armor Toys. It's the International Freedom Force. They are funding through August 23rd. This just got started on Monday. There is a $60,000 goal. They're off to a solid start. I think today is really the first day that we've seen any kind of media about it. So we will lie and call this a What's on Joe Mind premiere.
Yeah, this is
All
the
right.
first I've heard of this. These are
yeah, me
O-rings.
too.
They are O-rings, yes.
Awesome.
This is a second Kickstarter project. Heavy Armor has also been selling direct off of their own site for a little while. But be sure to check this one out. Like I said, it just got off the ground. So it could really use your help getting pledges and support. Even if you don't have the money for it, please share it around your collecting circles. Funding through August 23rd at 11 p.m. Eastern. Stock up on your international force and get some bad guys too.
Yeah. That is sick. I love new O-rings.
They do not have garish nicknames or outfits, Berg, so I don't know if they're ready for 1984s.
That's okay. We'll save all our neon craziness for 1984s.
But perhaps with a little paint and some customizing, maybe.
You never know.
Maybe.
You never know. Yeah, this is cool. Wasn't there a subset? Was it International Action Force? Is like that set with like the Budo and the Spirit. There's like a 4-pack. It was a mail away set.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. That's a good little foursome. I actually don't have those. That's one of the holes in my original O-ring line. If anybody's got them, let me know.
I know I stared for a while. One of the shops I went to in St. Louis had a set of them in the case, and severely underpriced. I never pulled the trigger because underpriced was still kind of expensive for where I was at that particular moment.
Yeah.
So
it can be hard to justify, right?
Yeah.
Like, even though it's a good deal, and it's like, oh, it's like you're not wrong for asking this, but
right. It would have felt, I would have felt crappy about it had I bought it and then turned around and sold it.
Yeah.
So I just like, if I want to buy it, I want to enjoy it at least a little while.
Mhm.
And I wasn't going to do that because it would have meant I would have missed rent. So, so yeah, it was a good time.
Cool. So is
Thanks.
there a link for this one, International Freedom Force, that we can find, or we just go on Kickstarter and type in?
I believe I included it down in the description
Okay,
below.
perfect.
So
Sweet.
I'm gonna real quick double check myself on that.
I want to. I can't see below. I can't see anything. I just see you guys.
No,
No,
I
you'd
think
have
it'd be
to-
below on the YouTube feed, but
Yeah, you'd have to go to the YouTube channel feed.
My computer
Uh,
TV is just showing channel you guys.
Yeah, it's there. It's
Yeah.
there.
All right.
So I actually remembered it this time. Sometimes I say I
Hey.
put links in the comment section, and I don't put links in the description. So this time I actually did, but I did it last night, and I've slept since then, so I forgot.
Okay.
But it is there. Be sure to head over, check them out when we're done here tonight. Pledge early, pledge often, pledge heavy armor toys.
Sweet. Yeah. Good
Remember,
luck with that to heavy armor. That's awesome.
This is a group with a track record of putting out some quality O-rings already, so give them a shot.
Yeah. Are they the same? Did they do like there was like a line? There was like sailors and just sold like
That
they
was
just
them.
doing
Yeah, the
individual.
Navy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was cool.
That was
Yeah.
them.
Great.
That was their first. The first Kickstarter was sailors and Seabees and flight deck crews and things like that. So this is more like that's British SAS and Australian Special Forces.
Yeah.
I think the dude kneeling up front there is I think it was a Mexican Marine. I'd have to go back and look.
Okay.
And then the guys getting gunned down are the bad guys.
All right.
So we don't like them. We're not rooting for them.
No,
You always need some bad guys. Well, unless they're, Grim Viper and Crystal Ball and
Right. Well, I mean,
other
they
cool bad guys.
they clean house.
Yeah. I like Grim Viper's fine. I don't mean to be like hating on Grim Viper. Why? Why do I feel bad now? Whoever came up with Grim Viper, it's like, look, I don't. He's dope. Like Range Viper is one of the best figures. It's such a cool design.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm not sure why Range Viper works, but it does.
I'm just gonna cut out a cape from an old T-shirt for him. Okay, I want this cape.
Be sure to put little wires in it so it'll flap in the wind.
Like, don't you just love O-rings? You can just play with them. Strike Force Alpha, great figures.
Yeah, I haven't had the chance to pick any of them up yet.
Yeah, sorry.
I want to, but we stupid adulthood.
Yeah, I supported their Kickstarter. It was one of the first of the O-ring Renaissance, I think, on Kickstarter. If memory serves.
They snuck in. It was a little after Operation Recalls, I think, which is how I missed it because I was still dealing with, oh my God, I've pledged so much money to Operation Recall. And then
Well, it's worth every cent, man. Those toys are amazing. Yeah.
Oh my God! I just gave Carson how much money?
Oh. And I did that despite knowing Carson. So, anyways,
They are but they're going to be amazing. It's going to be phenomenal. I've got every Carson product, every book, and I know the detail and the passion and the love and everything he's been doing on Operation Recall. I mean,
right. And the people behind it.
The best. I mean, it's incredible.
And
it's
then
good.
And I think it happened at the same time as Call Sign Longbow. So then I was instantly turning into, oh my God.
They were not far apart.
Yeah,
Longbow's phenomenal too. Like
how much money am I giving Troy McKee, despite the fact that I know Troy McKee? It was ridiculous.
Troy's incredible. What a talent. What a designer. What a the Call Sign Longbow again is going to be phenomenal. Like we are in this incredible O-ring renaissance that I never want to go away because I've been wanting it to come back for like 25 years.
Right.
You know, so.
Right. All the stuff I bought myself to console, and saying, well, they're just never going to go back to O-rings. Just other people went to O-rings and said, screw it. So yeah. Now I feel dumb having bought some of this other stuff, but what can you do?
I mean, I do have to say I've been buying less classified figures because I am just more and more excited about the new O-rings coming out. I just got like the Super 7 Cobra Commander, Once a Man Cobra Commander. Like I'm just like, that's what I want. The O-rings make me happy. Like the classified figures are awesome, but there's something about the O-ring that just takes you back, right?
Right.
It's like that McDonald's cheeseburger. They taste the same since you were a kid, and I like it.
It's happy time. Strikes that chord.
That's right.
So again, link is down below in the description. Be sure to check out Heavy Armor Toys, International Freedom Force, as soon as we're done here tonight.
Yes. Good luck. They're gonna do it. This is very exciting.
Next news item.
Do, 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 do.
Hey, let's talk about the HasLab a little bit. Snowcat is still funding, still going on. Racktime Rob, you got a number on that for us?
Last time I looked at it a couple hours ago, they were just shy of 7,000. So let me get an up-to-date number here.
Right,
I forgot to pull that screen up.
Pretty much the same way it's been for the last week.
Yeah, well, like I said, it's 69.73.
Okay, so yeah, right around there.
Yeah, that's even a little bit more than the last time I looked at it.
Steadily moving up a little bit. I know there's been a lot of chatter out there. Folks are freaking out a little bit because this hasn't just soared into funding and all stretch goals just right out of the gate like everybody expects G.I. Joe classified ones to do. But it's off to a fine start. If it's at 7,000 now, it's going to get to 8,000. So this is going to happen. So everybody relax. Everybody exhale. I think as a group, if nothing else, us as Joe fans, we tend to wait till the last minute. So I think the possibility of all the stretch goals is still on the table. I think that that one at 10,000 is pretty well a pretty good shot. You know, like I'm not
Lady
surprised
J.
by that one, right? Lady J. The Bivouac and Flint, well, I gotta see it. I've been wrong before, but I think that they're certainly still possible. I think as we get closer to the end, more folks will decide that they're in for one of these.
This is kind of acting like the Sky Striker, and if it has a last day like the Sky Striker, we may get everything.
Right, because the Sky Striker came up just short.
Yeah.
Berg, what do you think? You're the new guy. Let's get your thoughts on the Snowcat.
It looks phenomenal. I love the original Snowcat. Looks awesome. I'm sure they're gonna make the goal. Yeah, Tiger Force Frostbite in the future, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. What do you want? It's a cool vehicle. The classified vehicles, they take up a lot of space. I think that's what everybody talks about.
Yeah.
You know, I've got the Hiss tank. It's insane. It's awesome.
This thing's bigger.
Right.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, I was surprised they did the Snowcat, to be honest, but it's definitely it makes sense. Yeah. I don't know. I'm sure it's going to get funded. Looks cool. Am I was it my first pick for a vehicle? No, but I want the whale, right?
Right.
Let's just go big. Let's just do the hovercraft and where you can open it up and fit 8 guys in there. Give me the little motorcycle or little ski bike, whatever it is on the back. You know, the little thing that shoots out. I want the sled. I want the whale. So, you know, whale or a tomahawk, which is insanity, right? So I guess they were we could do Snowcat. How do you feel about a Fang Mark II? You know,
Andrew Goggin makes a good point. I bet many are waiting on post San Diego to see what pops out on pre-order there. Yeah, maybe so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'd be more hyped for a Cobra Law set at this point.
I would be worried if this thing didn't see a little spike.
Yeah.
I'd be more worried if this thing didn't see a little spike by San Diego. I mean, after San Diego, I should say.
But
does it have a removable panel so your Nemesis Enforcer can reach up into the cockpit from underneath?
That was a Havoc.
Yeah, that was a Havoc.
Oh, that was a Havoc. Okay. Yeah, that was a Havoc. It's because Snowjob was in it that I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
it's too late. It's too late for me.
There are several ways to get into that cockpit, though, so I'm sure Nemesis Enforcer is intrigued.
Yeah. I mean, we're never going to get a classified Havoc, so this could be our one chance.
No, it's talking. But yeah, there's just been a lot of, I don't know, just negative chatter around this, and that's what has me more down than anything else. This is awesome. This campaign's incredible. That Snowcat's awesome. I got to figure out if there's space and money myself. So I am part of the problem. I am waiting till closer to the end. But yeah, there's just a lot of just nonsense. Oh, it's not going to fund. And anybody who says that, just
yeah, that base package is happening. So.
Yeah,
just nod at them and turn your attention elsewhere. To people that are speaking in realistic terms.
Yeah, I mean, look, I grew up in Canada. These were everywhere. I think they mass produced the snowmobile and the Snowcat. Like, we had so many snow guys up here in Canada, and like every kid I knew had this vehicle. It's an amazing vehicle. They've done it justice with this. Like, huge props to the whole team. Yeah, it looks great. If you love the Snowcat, like, this is a dream vehicle for you.
Didn't you drive a half-track tank to school every morning in Nova Scotia? Didn't that?
Yeah, I actually had Stalker's Tundra canoe kayak. Tundra kayak, whatever that was called. Yeah.
But yeah, Benjamin Kitt notes that they do take up a lot of space. Funded all the Joe HasLabs, have opened none except the Sky Striker. I'm in that boat too. Racktime Rob's got all his stuff out, and his tank is kind of like adopting a cat that doesn't jump on the furniture. It's just got its own corner of the room there.
Yeah.
It's a big boy, and so this is essentially another one of those big boys. So Cobra Emperor 6 says Americans just hate snow. We do have Wisconsin and Minnesota, so not everybody. There's a couple of Dakotas up there. There's some folks that love snow.
Shout out Delta 17.
Right. Why would you live in Chicago? Yeah, you at least like snow.
I've got this awesome Delta 17 figure right here. O-rings. Look at that guy. That's Rooster. Yeah. Badass.
There you go.
Get these O-rings, man. They're incredible. That is the same Delta 17, I think, who just commented, right? Am I wrong?
No, I think it's just a fan.
Oh, okay. Well, shout out Delta 17. I'm just doing all the O-ring shout outs. Look at this guy.
Torpedo Mike says, does the classified hiss judge you like the cat? And no. No, cat judgment is a special kind of judgment. Joe ARH says secondary market for the Rattler is insane. I mean, of course it is. There's people panicking because they don't have them in their hands yet. Buy one now so you don't have to put up with that nonsense. I mean, good plan. You always want to get in at the start if you can. Jake Rose says both kids are married now. I have to fill up their rooms with classified. There you go. You can have a hiss room and a Rattler room, and then a Dragonfly and Snowcat room.
Yeah.
Just so they don't even have to live together.
Perfect. My kids are just getting introduced to O-rings.
Oh, yeah?
It's exciting. Yeah. I'm actually excited about that Jinx, the unmasked Jinx figure, because my daughter is 5 and she loves my Secto Viper figure. It was just out one day and she was like, I like that superhero guy. And I was like, here he is. Yeah.
Who's that astronaut?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, yay, Secto Viper.
You're secretly wishing. I wish you liked somebody who was a little less expensive.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm like, all right, this Jinx figure you're gonna dig,
right? Hey, how about Jinx here?
Or whoever you want. You have Royal Guard, you have Cobra Commander, have all of them, of course. But I think she's excited about Jinx. Yeah,
bargaining your way back into your own Secto Viper.
Yeah, give me that guy. My bug needs a driver. Road Pig can't handle this thing.
Just think that helmet on its own, is worth more than most of the other figures in the line.
Look at this lady. This Road Pig and see that. Puzzle.
Road Pig and the bug.
Come over. We're gonna build the Road Pig and the bug. That's why it was in my mind right now.
There you go.
I don't know why. Was Road Pig on the bug box? I think he is.
I don't remember.
I always love the choices of who
They probably
put
have a
on the
ton of
box.
people on the bug box because there's
Yeah,
so many places to put people.
yeah, but they would think about it like, oh, all these guys make sense being on here, and then randomly they'd be like, I guess we'll put
Yeah.
Road Big on here.
We're out of Cobras. Get Road Big.
Yeah, you know, but like, yeah, like the Arctic vehicles, they put the Arctic guys on there, and like, oh, cool.
But campaign for the Snowcat runs through August 14 at midnight or just before. $324.99 gets you the base package, which you see there in the photo. Includes Frostbite. It's got the ski torpedoes with their storage crates, missiles and blast effects. Got the removable missile launcher system, which reveals the troop carrier in the back. Realistic engine details. It's got a pull-out cooking station, adjustable cockpit controls, opening cockpit and side windows, working headlights and light-up dash details, and working rear treads. Yeah, just looks cool. So ignore the chatter and just go make your own decision. There's so much awful clickbait about this Snowcat right now. There's so much awful clickbait in general. Do yourself a favor and don't waste your time with that. Watch more What's on Joe Mind.
And Mike, that's why we do your positivity, you know, from way back. Now, back in the day, was your nickname Beachhead Mike?
Yeah, that was me.
That was you. I mean, because I was thinking, you know, prior to us doing this, thinking about the earliest days. And I remember it was you guys. There was, well, Justin Bell, Gary, shout out Gary Godso, and the original squad. And was there two Garys, or am I imagining that?
No, you're thinking of Name Redacted.
Of Name Redacted.
Who never made it out in public.
Redacted. Okay.
So, yeah.
I apologize. But I was there at the start, you know, listening, and I remember your show and Flag Points were sort of the two G.I. Joe podcasts, and I was very excited. It was an exciting era. Was that like 2009?
Yeah, I mean, well, we started
later.
We started 2011, so this is we are hurtling towards our 15th anniversary.
Yeah, congratulations, 2011. Yeah, that was an exciting, thrilling time. 2009 was sort of like the new excitement of Joe was building. We were getting the modern era figures. Like that was the one good thing that really came out around the movie coming out, I think. But yeah.
I mean, that movie got wrecked by that writer's strike, so I can't be too mad at Rise of Cobra.
Yeah, I'm not hating on it. Does some cool stuff. I'm just saying it's like, you know, that era, and then we got all the great modern era figures and the revamp. But I associate that with What's on Joe Mind and Flag Points, and the fan community was really starting to mobilize, I think, in new ways with you guys. So that was really cool.
Well, much appreciated, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
We don't people don't give us flowers very often, so it's nice to hear them every so often. I won't lie.
Oh well, absolutely, and you're doing it. You're still doing it. This is great, and I'm sure you have a lot more longtime listeners than you think, and it's we appreciate it. I remember like just being starving for Joe news. I mean, now when we know, like you said, there's all the clickbait, there's a million different YouTube things and people just talking about Joe and doing all these different things. But you guys were there, like, you know, the His Tank forum was there, like, you know, Generals Joe's, all those great things. You know, I remember when I first got access to the internet, trying to find anything about G.I. Joe, right? You know, there's like yojo.com and Quick Kicks Theater and all that kind of stuff. And then years later, you know, the podcasts start coming out. And that's when like a lot of the community, you know, because I didn't go to any of the Joe conventions until a bit later. So getting that podcast fix was a great way to hear from other people out there. And
yeah, it was an early way for us to figure out where one another were. I mean, for example, Gary and I actually we got together because a mutual friend of ours started a regional collectors club, and so we were both part of our own bulletin board site. This goes back to about 2003, 2004. And so we actually decided to get together face to face. And I have been, you know, friends with Gary since that was probably 2005. And that's really just because of because of all this silliness. And then of course, What's on Joe Mind? I was actually not there at the very beginning.
Yeah, they brought you in. It's a fourth chair. I was like, who is this guy with
I was the
striking
sub guy.
voice? Yeah.
I was the sub guy. But I was there as the de facto what makes good radio expert, because that's what I did when I was in college. And so I was always kind of buzzing in Gary's ear. And then when one of the original hosts left, when Greg left, they were like, "What, do you want to do this all the time?" And it's like, I can do this all the time now.
Yeah.
So that's how, but I first showed up in the 3rd episode, so it's been a long time.
We were all better for it. But yeah, I remember you were Beachhead Mike for the longest time. Yeah.
Gary's the only person who's ever actually called me that. And that's for the best.
Well, it was in my head, because I was like, yeah, Beachhead does rule. Is he my number one guy? I don't know, but I do got a lot of Beachhead love.
Right. Because that's mandatory.
By the way, Road Pig on the bug box.
Yes,
right.
dude. Woohoo! I knew it was
hanging out. He's hanging out on the double inside the double bubble canopy.
Yes, the old noggin still works.
Yeah.
I knew. Yeah, I knew. Right, like that's great, right? Like, what's the one where like scrap irons having like target practice? It's like the Cobra. It's like one of those little
rifle range.
The rifle range. Like,
Yeah.
I love that someone just decided scrap iron's going to be the guy here doing that, right? It's like, I love obviously Night Landing and Firefly. I always wondered, like, where's Firefly going? What's happening? Like, he's up to something here on this Night Landing craft. And like that stuff is
well, that's the perfect figure that works for that too, because he's supposed to be sneaking around, and
exactly.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm talking about. They were thinking, they knew that. They're like, who's the guy who's going to be here? Like, even if he didn't come out this year or whatever, right? Like, and yeah, so Road Pig being on the bug, of course he would be.
Sure. Why
he can
not?
lift up one of those giant missiles and pull a 87 Chuckles movie move on it.
he could take one of those jet skis off the side, just chuck it in the ocean.
Yeah, great. It's perfect. And when you're a kid, you're like, oh, that makes sense. I could put I definitely put my Road Pig on my bug. That's right. My wife's like, what are you saying? You put your Road Pig on your bug?
Sounds like
it's
personal
G.I. Joe.
problem.
G.I. Joe. My wife, love her the best. When we first started dating, she came to my apartment and I had all my Joes set up on my TV stand, or at least my favorite, like my top, like 70. And she's like, whoa. And she like stopped in her tracks. Of course, I didn't really think twice about it. And then I was like, oh, what do you think? And she was like, oh, they're really well organized. I was like, I'm going to marry you.
Right. I mean, she thought quickly enough to actually have a compliment.
Yeah, it was great. I was like, sweet.
However mediocre that compliment may have been, still a compliment.
She didn't run out,
Right. She
like,
came
why
back.
Are there 8 of this guy? Why do you have this many of this guy? I'm like, don't you know cesspool rules? Everyone needs at least 8 cesspools. He's a tyrannical grandpa. All right.
I'm not gonna make fun of army building non-army builders. That would not be.
I actually don't have a cesspool army. I've got my original loose one, a better. What do you call it when you rebuy your original one in like the better version? You keep your original guy because he's bent and loose in the ways that you always, because you have all those great times playing with them.
Right. Because
then you get your upgraded one. And then I've got a carded cesspool. So I've got 3. I feel like that's a good number. You get your original, your upgraded loose one.
Your nice one for show, and then the card.
Yeah. I think
that's nothing weird about that.
I mean, how many beachheads are you at now?
Oh God.
4?
I have to label some of them, but I'm over 200.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
What about the orange head beachhead? How many of him do you have?
Just one.
Just one? Yeah.
Just one. He's pricey, man. That's a club.
Is he really? Yeah. Yeah, he's a cool figure.
That was the Dreadnought identical cousins set. So clearly one of the most popular that the club ever did.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, aren't they gonna name like Blitzen and what are their names? Like the identical cousins or
Like Vince and Joe Bob and yeah, it's
Bumpy?
sure.
I don't
I'd have-
know what their names are.
Right, that's about how much thought I gave those guys. Because it was like, oh, hey, there's a Tiger Force beachhead in that. I need to get it.
Yeah. Dude, I knew exactly the set you meant, the Dreadnought cousins.
Yeah, that was
the identical cousins.
Jim Bob and Joe Bob and Cletus.
That was
Oh,
the
man.
2008 concept.
And did someone at Hasbro approve those code names, or were
No,
they
that
just
was
kinda
2000.
flying by the seat of their pants there?
That would have been 2004. Anyways, I'm sure, I'm sure it was one of those where the club came up with the names and then said, hey, we're going to do our army builders for this are going to be identical Dreadnought cousins. And Hasbro was just kind of like, sure, call them whatever.
Yeah, or someone in charge at the time, like, didn't like G.I. Joe was just kind of flying out there, right? They were just
Right,
out there.
Just getting restarted. And I'm
Yeah.
sure somebody was like, identical Dreadnought cousins.
Sounds
And
right.
sure, Joe Bob and Vance, that's great.
I'm just the intern covering until they find a new G.I. Joe guy. So I guess that sounds fine. You know,
Oh
they've been
my
looking for a
God.
new G.I. Joe guy for like 11 months. So I've just been approving anything that comes on the table.
Dave McDonald says, sorry, I'm late. Can you start over? I guess so. That's all you get.
What?
We hadn't done that gag in a while.
Can we bring up the picture of Road Pig now riding the bug? I mean, we've been looking at this Snowcat for a while. Hasbro's doing fine. Okay, I want to look at Road Pig
Right.
riding a bug. Can you do me that solid?
Rob, do you have it? Can you hit the little gear thing and share it, Rob?
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
No
hang on here.
pressure. No pressure if you don't have the thing. But
I'd say Rob just checked it, so I know it's not far.
I mean, like, you know, I love the graphic design on this Snowcat promotional piece, but you know, let's get Hector Garrido, Road Pig,
Where'd it go? There
or
it is.
whoever painted it at the time.
I think that was still Hector Garrido.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Here we go. There he is.
Let me remove this real quick.
Woo! There
Add
you
this to the
face.
stage. There he is, right there in the pilot.
There he is.
Side there.
Yeah,
the
the double bubble there.
They let him drive. That's what I'm saying.
I thought the drivers were in the little pod, the sub pod.
Yeah, and these laser vipers. Why are the laser vipers involved? Those laser vipers work. Oh, that's not laser viper. That's Astro Viper.
Astro Viper. Yeah.
What's he doing there? What's he?
Well,
riding
he's on. I don't know. He's on the jet ski.
He's got a whole rebreather system. He might as well be a diver. He's fine.
He's like, guys, I came out this year. Just let me ride a vehicle. I know I'm supposed to be in space. This could be a space vehicle. Maybe you just change the colors, right? And then you're like, okay, I get it.
Right.
You know, the funny thing is on the hovercraft box, it's 6 grunts and a tripwire on the inside of it. But for this one, they're for everything else, it's a cast of thousands.
Yeah. Well, the what's the one that Windchill drives? The
Arctic Blast?
The Arctic Blast, because that's one, and it's called the Snow Guys. I'm like, oh, cool. They were thinking like this is you got
all the Snow Guys and Gung Ho.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's like Tundra Stalker. He hopped off the Tundra kayak and hitchhiked onto the Arctic Blast, which is also a weird name for a vehicle.
Yeah, it is. It sounds like a Wrigley's chewing gum flavor, but
yeah.
Credit to 3D Joe's for us. We're showing off their library of boxes here, but there's
Stalker and of course noted Winter Trooper Scoop.
He just wants to take some pictures of some penguins.
Yeah.
Look, at least he's got long sleeves, right?
Yeah.
I love it.
Penguins is practically chickens.
Sure, his thumbs have fallen off from frostbite, but whatever, it works.
He's a G.I. Joe figure. Those thumbs are, they're marked men anyway.
Scoop is always, I guess every box has the I came out this year guy on it.
Yeah. Here I am.
Well,
might
Stalker
not.
was this year too.
Yeah. That's good. And actually, Windchill's a great figure. Like, there's good stuff. That was one of those vehicles you bought for the figure. Like, I don't need that big wheeled, strange ass oddly named Arctic Blast. But
Yeah, I mean, this thing is a snow dune buggy. This is just weird.
But so anyways, the Snowcat is funding over at HasbroPulse.com through August 14, $324.99. Go take a look. Pledge with a reasonable amount of confidence. It's going to happen.
You're going to get something.
Doop, 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 doop.
Hey, we got some word last week about San Diego Comic-Con panels that are concerning G.I. Joe. Robert Kirkman, who, as you all know, is the head of Skybound. He's got a panel on his own Thursday, on that is Thursday next week. Yeah, next Thursday, 1 p.m. Pacific time, in room 6BCF. I don't know how San Diego's set up. It's I blame Phil. Second, Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified panel. Classified has its own panel this year. That is happening on Friday at 1 p.m.
It's 10 p.m. Pacific time. It's 1 p.m. Eastern time for the classified panel.
now, are they going to stream that, or is it just if you're there? It's 1 o'clock your time when you're there.
They are probably not going to stream it live.
Yeah.
I imagine they'll get it up later on.
Yeah, they did put it up later in the day.
Doug Dello asking the question that a lot of folks have, I'm sure. Will Phil be told he can't record during the panels again this year?
Probably.
But as far as Hasbro's concerned, anyway, because I'm sure they want to take Providence over their own stuff because there seems to be a market. But I don't think that's ever a universal thing. I think it depends what panel you're in. So again, that's 1 p.m. Eastern, sorry. So 10 a.m. at Pacific time on Friday for the classified panel.
Sweet. What do you think they're going to reveal?
Don't know.
Better be Flash.
Pythona.
Flash and Pythona 2-pack.
Of course.
Tiger Force toll booth.
Big lob.
Oh, Toll Booth, the saddest figure ever made.
Oh,
no,
man,
that's
come on.
Armadillo.
Armadillo's far worse than Toll Booth.
But does he look as sad as like Toll Booth? Just looks sad.
Toll Booth just looks resigned. I don't know about sad.
You know who Toll Booth looks an awful lot like?
Go ahead.
He looks like Richie Rich's butler Cadbury. I don't know what it's just...
There's tonight's Rack Time Rob deep pull.
I just
Cadbury.
look at him and I just think this guy is probably just happy not being abused by some rich little brat.
But they need that bridge layer, man. When you need a bridge, who else are you gonna call?
Right.
Exactly.
You call Chuck X Gorin. That's who you call.
You're not going to call Tripwire or Tunnel Rat. They're supposed to blow them up.
That's right. That's right. You needed the bridge. You needed. I love that was the vehicle they wanted to do that year. It was cool. It was great play value. You could lay bridges all day, from the couch to the chair.
Right. So long as it was exactly a foot chasm that you had to.
Yeah.
We I had that bridge layer. It crossed the path to the Ottoman more times than I can count.
Yeah, it's great stuff, man. Great stuff.
And then on Saturday we've got the combined G.I. Joe and Transformers All-Out War of the Energon Universe panel. That is at 4:30 p.m. Pacific in room 5AB. That is Robert Kirkman, Daniel Warren Johnson, Joshua Williamson, Sean Makowitz, who, for folks who don't know, is one of the higher ups in the editing team. Rob,
he's the senior vice president.
Okay,
yeah.
So not Robert Kirkman, but just below him, and moderated by a friend of the program, Arun Singh. So be sure to check that one out if you're in the house.
Cool. Yeah, Sean Makiewicz was an editor on Walking Dead way back in the day, and I guess he's hung around and yeah, all the way up. This is exciting. I think when Kirkman first got the rights in Skybound, like I was thinking they gotta go into animation. Like, and
Right.
that's the rumor, right? That they're going to announce something, or has it already been announced that?
It has not been, and we are in the rumor phase. But good Lord, please let that happen.
Yeah, it makes all the sense. You know, a GI Joe Transformers cartoon based on the Energon universe. Let's do it.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. Again, that's now on these two panels. The two Skybound panels. I got that off of Skybound's website. They just listed the one time. I don't know if that's Eastern or Pacific. We're assuming Pacific. We could be wrong. If anybody's going to the show, double check.
I'll wait for it to be on What's on Joe Mind, and then I'll get caught up.
Right. We inform the masses.
When Hasbro, the Hasbro announcement about its panel, they gave an Eastern time and a Pacific time, which makes me think maybe they're going to stream it. Who knows? But
right,
maybe. We tend to be your favorite GI Joe podcast's favorite GI Joe podcast. So, so I guess really the question here is, with San Diego coming up, with San Diego in front of us still, it brings up a popular segment which we don't get to do very often.
Reckless Hot Take! Reckless Hot Take!
I so love that. One of our fans just made that little theme for us. just send it to me.
That's great.
Paul Sidaway is a genius. So, Berg, we'll throw it to you first. You're our guest.
All right.
You're already kind of going this way, man. What's your San Diego Comic-Con GI Joe Reckless Hot Take?
Oh, it's exciting. I think Kirkman is just bringing more and more people to GI Joe, bringing like new readers, bringing new fans, igniting the energy. Like, this is what we've needed for a long time. Someone who is respected within that world at a high level, saying, hey, you know what? You guys have been ignoring how awesome GI Joe is for the last 25 years. Like, pay attention, guys. And it's exciting to me that there's obviously this big announcement happening. There's new classified stuff happening. You got Super 7 O-rings. Maybe we'll get, I don't know, is Super 7 announcing anymore? Like, I want an O-ring Pythona. Clearly, like I'm loving what they're doing. I don't know. Is that what you want for a hot take? Like, I think it's great. It's exciting. It's the boost that the brand needs, because let's be honest. I mean, you said earlier, I'm one of the younger, quote unquote, a Real American Hero fans. Like, there's a huge gap in the fans of Joe compared to Ninja Turtles, Batman, Transformers, Spider-Man, you name it. We all know this, because the line was just basically ignored and fumbled. No offense to the people on it in those fumbling years, but it was just not handled with respect. It was pushed aside.
Right.
Underfunded. Just, they didn't know what to do with it. And anytime something great would happen, like Resolute, Renegades, the 30th anniversary, 50th anniversary, things were like going great, and then they just stop, and then it goes dead again. You're like, what happened?
Right.
And Classified has been that boost that we've needed. So huge shout out to Classified. I clearly have a lot of opinions on this, like, as a GI Joe fan since, birth, basically.
Right.
At this point, it feels like. So it's cool. That's my hot take. It's an exciting time for Joe. Whether you like what's happening in Skybound or not, I think I do like it. And I think it's long overdue and exciting. And also, like, Larry's stuff right now is great too. Like, they just announced there's a new silent issue he's working on for the fall. Like, the Skybound, what they've been doing, giving Larry's run a big boost. I think the artwork has been incredible. And like, the covers have been phenomenal. it's great. Like G.I. Joe comics are the best, and I think we're about to get animation. So yeah, as a super G.I. Joe fan, yeah, I'm pumped.
So G.I. Joe animation is your reckless hot take.
Yes, sorry, I was it.
Reckless hot take.
I think G.I. Joe animation is gonna be announced.
I got a short tag too.
I don't know, man. I've been on the show for what 3 hours now. What's going on? Why am I here?
Hour and a half. Good Lord. We are milking it today.
Yeah.
Rack time, Rob.
Yes.
Reckless hot take.
There will be an animated show announced. It will be done live, which will be a terrible strain on the animators.
Reckless hot take.
Clearly, I failed at the reckless hot take.
That's reckless. That's a whole level. That's a whole new level of reckless.
That was a whole rampart.
We've gone beyond reckless, and it's just stupid.
You went realistic, Berg. Don't beat yourself up on this. Rob's just on another planet.
Okay, man. Thank you, Mike.
This isn't condemning you, sir. This is a we may need to cut back on Rob's sugar intake kind of thing.
Man.
So I'm a clean sweep for me, man. I really it just smells like the time is right, especially after the success of Invincible, another Skybound project on Amazon. Just critically acclaimed and just cool to watch. I think that if there was the door was ever open for G.I. Joe to be back in animation, it is right now.
This is it.
Yeah, I mean, let's take advantage of Robert Kirkman's Hollywood pull.
Right?
He's clearly like, I'm sure like you guys as a G.I. Joe fan where you see G.I. Joe everywhere, it's like, oh, that's someone must have been a G.I. Joe fan, or there's a nod here. Reading like Walking Dead, there's a character called Mercer in that.
Right.
And I was like, that's interesting. In Invincible, there's like some little nods. There was like the Cobra Commander type Cobra. I forget what they were called, but the villains early on in that series. I was like,
Right.
oh, this is like definitely like a Cobra influenced super villain. And I could just kind of tell, like, he's like, I know that, we're around the same age, same era. Like he had to be a G.I. Joe fan. So, and then they did the Tiger Force Walking Dead thing a couple years ago. So it was no surprise to me when he finally got the rights to doing Joe. And I mean, look, that's what I would do if I was in his position. I would be like, yeah, let's make an animated show. Let's make the comics awesome. Let's do everything we can because this is the best stuff. And it got the short end of the stick, but it was the best. G.I. Joe is still the best. I like Transformers and Star Wars and He-Man and all that stuff, but Joe is the best.
There you go. See, Berg's got a handle on things.
There you go.
That's not even that reckless.
Reckless hot take.
Next news item.
Doot, 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 doot.
Hey, we also got an announcement from Skybound while we're talking about Skybound. Cold Slither #1 will be happening in October. This is a one-shot book. There's going to be 5 variant covers, so be sure to start pestering your local comic shop now. Written by Joe Stalwart, Tim Seeley, with pencils by Juan Cabal and colors by Rex Locus, which sounds like he could be in Cold Slither, frankly.
Yeah.
And playing bass, Rex Locus. Anyway. Oh man, he'd be a metal bassist. He'd just be up there playing so many notes they all kind of run together, which is why they were always able to take Murderface out of the mix. Anyways. little death clock in there for everybody.
Who did this cover? Do you know?
Offhand, I don't. It is on the website if you go look at the listing over at skybound.com.
Yeah.
Because they're making a big deal about those variant covers, but and they should because they're pretty cool. Yeah. But I did not write that down.
See, to me, this is a no-brainer. It's awesome.
Oh,
Tim
yeah.
Seeley rules. Like, why haven't they done this before? This is, again, the kind of thing where it's like, yeah, let's do it. Obviously, with the tie-in with the toys and everything they're doing, makes perfect sense. I'm a huge fan. Like Tim Seeley, when he did that Transformers GI Joe crossover way back with the
Mhm.
Devil's Due and Dreamwave. That was awesome. Again, one of the only Cobra Law appearances in comics until, Energon universe.
Yeah,
Spoiler.
Dreamwave's take on the Joe Transformers crossover was, but when
Eh.
Seeley did it from the Devil's Due side,
So
good
fun.
stuff.
It was
Absolutely
great.
fun.
Yeah, made sense. He worked in the aliens, like he worked in everybody. It was great. Yeah, no, and I'm just a big fan of Tim Seeley in general. Like I think everything he's done, at Devil's Due was great, and then like onward with his DC and his Image stuff. Like, yeah, Tim Seeley rules. So this is great.
Torpedo
take.
Mike says there was a whole episode of NCIS season 5 using Joe file names. Well, we got to look that one up.
Whoa, sweet!
But,
I did not know that.
We'll have to go back 20 or so seasons back to season 5.
Yep.
And but yeah, saying Tim Seeley is awesome is not a reckless hot take, Berg. I know you want the kicker again, and I'll have it there. But that's just a take, man. That's just solid.
It's just a fact.
It's exactly it is facts. Rackside Rob, what do you think, comic book guy?
I'll pick this up. This looks like fun.
I'm totally in. Absolutely. Yeah. I don't need 5 covers, but
no, I'll just pick the one I like the best. But yeah.
Right. And they are all up right now. It's at skybound.com, not at imagecomics.com, because we're still in the marketing phase on this one. But yeah, once it starts hitting previews and what have you, be sure to pester your local comic shop. Get in as many different covers as you want.
Now, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention, I don't know if I have it here, but Brian Sauer and Assembly Required, codename Iowa, they did a whole Cold Slithers theme about 2 Assembly Requireds ago. One, not this past one, but 2023. And they did a lot of cool Cold Slither stuff. So look up the Assembly Required codename Iowa if you're unfamiliar. I don't know if he still has any on the website, but
there's probably some t-shirts.
Yeah, there's some really cool. There's like a build a figure, like add on to your Zartan to make him look like this. Like they were ahead of the Cold Slither shirt I wear all the time. We did like a little Cold Slither demo bootleg CD that was like a limited edition thing with Diagnostic 80 and myself. Yeah, it's cool. Like this. Also, I'm wondering about this comic story. When we are introduced to Cold Slither, they already know how to play the instruments. Do you think that like this was like Zartan's like thing? And one time, like when they're like pitching, like they're having their Monday morning meeting at Cobra, and Cobra Commander's like, "All right, what are we gonna do this time?" It's like, well, I got this band. Like, he's like, stop trying to like work your band into our work, into your work life. Like that's after hours. But I think it could work. And then finally they were like, you know what? We got a use for your band, Zartan. So I wonder if this is like the early days of Cold Slither. And I mean, it can't be in the Larry Hama verse because that Zartan never played guitar to our knowledge. Although maybe he could have. I mean, he's master of disguise. So
right. I'm sure at least one of those disguises is a masterful guitar player.
Yeah, maybe he was that face in the backpack. That was a guitar guy.
There you go. Guitar guy is the face and the mask in the backpack.
He's
Reckless hot take.
YouTube hot guitar guy is backpack face. I love being here because you guys know if I say, he's backpack face. Oh yeah, that guy.
We know exactly what you mean. It's the mask.
Yeah, a backpack face.
Yeah, there you go. Mystery solved.
It's another get the Sharpie out, man. That's another one for 1984.
Right.
Right
Yeah. Backpack face.
Backpack face.
Backpack face.
The guy with the beard. Yeah. That's the secret that they do. The Cold Slither one shot, then it's Zartan backpack face.
That's the many theories I missed on.
These are the joys. It's the simple things, my friends.
Right.
We got to find these joys.
Lord knows it's all we can afford.
Yeah. Little backpack face.
Little
Love.
backpack face.
Now I want that on a shirt. I just want like the shape of the backpack with that face in it. Like right when you open up the backpack and who's this guy? That'll creep out your mom.
Right. This week from Skybound, we got G.I. Joe 9.
We still in the news?
We're still
Yeah.
in the news.
By the way, I have a
Still in the news.
Kickstarter for anyone who's been watching for 2 hours.
Hey,
please support my Kickstarter.
we've
Check
got
it out.
slides for that.
Just
We
go
do.
to
I swear.
Wordburglar at Kickstarter.com. It's been 2 hours.
We
Thank
swear.
you for having me on the show.
These people know what they're in for.
Yeah.
I thought
They
I was
know
going
it.
to
We're not
shamelessly
surprising anybody.
promote. That's why I came on your show. I don't even like G.I. Joe.
You've just been pitching on its coattails all this time.
No, I had that backpack face joke. That was all I had.
That was all he had. It was all the material he brought.
That's it. I'm out.
He brought a
Okay.
tight 5, but forgot what show he was heading into.
No such thing as a tight 5 on this show.
Oh man.
It's no such thing as a 5 on this show.
Yeah. We can't do a tight 2 hours.
Yeah.
Right. G.I. Joe 9 is on shelves now. Joshua Williamson, Andrea Milana, Lee Loffridge. It's the further adventures of Baroness and Covergirl in Paris. Be sure to check it out. I haven't read it yet. I have no ability to spoil you. So don't everybody relax. No spoils. No spoils here.
I think I'm up to issue 7 is the most recent I've read. I'm trying to remember.
7 is the one with Beachhead.
Oh no, so I'm at 6.
Okay, there
right.
you go.
Yeah, so that means I
You
got
got the
seven.
first. You got the first story done.
It's good. It's good. I think my favorite so far of Energon universe has been the Cobra Commander 5-parter. That was, I think,
That was pretty badass.
yeah, it was
Yep.
pretty badass. I'm still trying to figure out the deal with Risk. I'm not sure if I'm a fan or not a fan, but I'm just like I want to get the deal on this new character.
Right.
But I have some theories, and maybe he's backpack face in
Hey,
disguise.
it's entirely possible. Maybe it's where that's maybe where he gets.
Yeah.
At the very least, he's their Guy Gardner.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's interesting. But no, I really like there's some great characterizations with like Clutch and Duke I've been enjoying a lot. Yeah, it's good. Energon, look, I'm all in. Energon universe. Transformers I'm reading too, but I'm behind on a few issues of that. Void Rivals, same thing. It's fun. It's working. You don't need my hot take.
But Rob, make sure you write down, jot down a note somewhere. Backpack face T-shirt.
Backpack, yes,
Right.
backpack face T-shirt.
Just jot that down.
It doesn't
That's
need
bad.
it. It just needs the shape. It's like the Superman logo, except what?
Yeah,
it's
that
like
that kind of like squat coffin shaped backpacks aren't they?
yeah, and just the
Yeah.
face in there, and it's just
I hear you.
solid. It's just
I hear you.
backpack face.
I'm just
There
saying
you
we it's on the list of T-shirts I have to make along with unfiltered gutter water.
Filtered gutter water.
But
We'll
I don't
have to
see everybody at home's like he remembered the unfiltered gutter water. You bet I remembered the unfiltered gutter water.
He used it last night.
That's right. Anytime CM Punk comes on the screen with his big Pepsi tattoo, unfiltered gutter water. Anyways. More from Skybound next week. We get Void Rivals 21, and then we got a week off from the Energon universe at the end of July. July's got 5 Wednesdays, so with 3 books, it's tough to cover them all.
Good month for Wednesdays.
Everybody exhale.
Mike, did you happen to see the bit? I think I just saw it this morning and didn't get a chance to tell you about what they're doing for G.I. Joe Real American Hero 321.
I did not, Racktime Rob. Why don't you break that news?
Silent issue. Snake
All right.
Eyes and Don Moreno fighting off the Cobra hordes trying to take the pit,
Okay.
or Fort Greer in Utah.
It is funny though. They were announcing it as Larry Hama's doing a sequel to the Silent issue, but he did that in like '84. What's the one with Storm Shadow on the cover?
It's issue I think 85.
85. Yeah.
But it's not totally silent because the you do get the sound effects.
Right.
Yeah, they
So-
call it's called SFX.
You're right.
But I mean, he did do a silent issue in Yearbook 3, a
Yeah.
silent story in Yearbook 3.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. He's done it a few times. I was
Yeah.
like, when I saw that announcement, I'm like, no, he's done a few of those, which is fine. Whatever's going to get eyeballs on
Yeah.
comics, it works. Just
But, you know,
lie.
I
Sure,
mean-
lie. Put a lie on the internet, guys.
As Diana Davis astutely notes, you can have more than one sequel.
Yeah.
Thank you, Diana. Yeah.
We've all seen Police Academy.
That's true. That is true. A sequel.
Police
be
Academy, Star
sequel.
Trek, Star Wars.
More than one
We're all
sequel.
very excited, Diana. And can I give some huge shout outs knowing Diana is here, because it's phenomenal. And what I know, I can't imagine what you've been doing behind the scenes and keeping track of everything and, keeping Toll Booth out of the comic. It's been great.
Wow.
I love Toll Booth. But no, it's amazing, Diana. And like, I'm so psyched with how
Yeah.
Real American Heroes has been going. And
But we'll
I
have,
know you're a
we'll-
big part of that. So shout
we'll
out
have-
Diana.
We'll have more time for 321 coverage since this month was only 318. So
Right.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
trying to remember. I think the last issue I read was 314. I gotta get caught up. So
It's all right, man. You're in the neighborhood. It's
it's
okay.
exciting. Like I say, those covers too. The covers have been so good.
the Adam Kubert covers.
Yeah, the Kubert covers are great. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, it's another Kubert cover on 321, and it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's killer.
Next news item.
Doot, 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 doot.
Hey, it's happening again. Starting today. Head over to the What's on Joe Mind swag shop on TeePublic. Save yourself 35% on tees. Enjoy deep discounts on everything else site-wide. Get yourself a nice What's on Joe Mind logo shirt. Get a Plug the Damn Show shirt. Get a Staff Sergeant C-Dug shirt. Get all three of them. Lord knows. They'll save on shipping if you buy more than $70 or something.
Yeah.
And it's all
Yeah.
35% off. It's crazy. Sweatshirts, mugs, magnets, stickers, caps, and more. Link is down below in the description.
Sadly, Backpack Face won't be there yet.
Not on the side yet.
I got to get a copyright on that now. The Sharpie's coming out. Copyright, backpack
Copyright,
face.
backpack face.
All right.
Let's
Now,
go.
on
It's
the
yours.
nickel
Just
that
give
we
me a
get
free
off of that,
t-shirt
we'll
if
have
you
to
do
make
it.
sure that we get change before they stop making the penny.
That's going to
Diana-
go on the next album. Backpack
Diana is
face.
publicly acknowledging your gushing praise, Berg.
Oh
So
my
there you go.
gosh. Well, it's the best. I don't know if you remember, Diana, we met years ago at a Joe convention. So yeah. And I get excited when I see your name on a comic. It's like, all right, I know. we got this.
I believe that was the same con that we first met in person at 20. It was Colorado.
Oh my gosh. memories.
2016? Yeah.
Yeah,
They don't call it Loveland for nothing.
No, it was me and Gary and Joe Colton all
That's
met
right.
you at that one spot one time.
Yes. Were you at that show with the we did at the bowling alley? I did a performance there after the convention one day. It was great. It was super
Yes.
fun. Yeah, that was a great night. It was a great weekend, and that was supposed to be the last Joe Con. And then they announced we all had such a great weekend. We're like, oh, it's the end, and then they're like, we're going to go for 2 more years.
Right.
Pretty great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got 2 more in us.
It was great. That was my bachelor weekend because I got married like 2 weeks later.
Oh, wow.
goodness.
And my wife's like, what do you want to do for your bachelor? I'm like, I'm going to Joe Con. Just gonna nerd out with a bunch of grown-ups and
Right.
Hey.
try and hunt down a Sonic Fighter road pig or something,
Oh, orange creamsicle road pig is
Yeah.
fantastic. I love it.
Just look for the bright orange.
That's right. Hey, look, we've established I like my lemon lime on my
Yeah.
Joes. So any figure with a lemon
Gotta
lime.
look at Tanning
Yeah.
Disaster Road Pig.
Isn't there a lemon? I think there's a lemon lime. Heat Viper too. There's a lot of
Yeah.
lemon lime guys.
I know our
Big road pig.
audience, if YouTube is to be believed, our audience is predominantly male.
I thought you were gonna say predominantly lemon lime.
Predominantly lemon lime. No, but predominantly male. But if I can offer a word of advice to the ladies listening, should you be untethered, dorks are the best because they do their bachelor parties at JoeCon.
That was true.
Marry a dork.
Yeah,
Not
it was-
Vegas. Joke.
That was It was the best. I can't
Unless
imagine
Joe
a better
comes in, baby.
bachelor party. I'm like, this is great. It was the best. Yeah. I mean, that was a great weekend.
That was a good show. Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, we do have our 14th anniversary Sky Striker F-14 Tomcat design part of the proceedings. So be sure to get yourself one
Nice.
of those. We went minimalist on this one.
I see what you did there.
I was not inspired yet by Backpack Face.
Like anytime, just call me up, man. We'll we'll get the t-shirt think tank going. Think tank. There's a guy. There's another character.
There you go. Hey, Sharpie out.
Yeah.
Yep,
Think tank and rom-com. There we go. There's our set list. There's a guy.
While you've got the wallets out, be sure to visit our friend Roger Taft on GoFundMe. Roger, of course, has had some health issues the last few years, which has caused some problems with his vision. There is a plan in place though for him to get that corrected, but he needs our help. So if you've got $1, $2, $5, whatever you've got jingling around in your pockets or can shake out of the couch, head over to GoFundMe, donate to Roger, and help him get his vision back to 100%. And along the same lines, Jamie Sullivan, a renowned G.I. Joe artist of some acclaim, the man who put more Joes on one cover than anybody anywhere. The GoFundMe for him to save his foot still in place. Remember, his insurance said, you don't need 2 feet. Why would people need 2 feet? But his doctors are saying, no, dude, we can make you go with 2 feet. We gotta get in there and fix some things. Well, we're close, but we still need your help. So again, $1, $2, $5, whatever you got. No amount is too small. So head over. We've got those 2 links, both of them down in the description below. Be sure to check them out and help out our wonderful G.I. Joe community after they do so much for us. And then next news item. That's the end. That's the end of the news. Look at that, Berg. It's the end of the news.
I have a Kickstarter on. That's why I'm here.
That's after the news. That's next. That's next.
I told my wife I'd be done by now.
Get a drink of water or something.
She's gonna take my Secto Viper.
Hide it, man. Hide it.
Hide the Secto Viper.
Hide it.
But don't lose the hat.
No.
Check out the G.I. Joe 3D
I lost
Printing
his gun
podcast.
already. That sucks.
They are the proud sponsors of Chunky Tank Kitty and his Meowler Tank. They are linked up on our page down below. So if you're not subscribed to them yet, please go ahead. We'll be right back with you in about 30 seconds after a quick word from our sponsors at Kokomo Toys.
We buy, sell, and trade vintage and modern toys. G.I. Joe, Star Wars, Transformers, Marvel, DC, and more. Located in beautiful downtown Kokomo, Indiana, we are open every Wednesday through Saturday from 12 to 5. It's a theme park of nostalgia. Join the thousands of people who have traveled from all over the Midwest for over a decade to buy and sell with us. Get your geek on.
Look at those Defiants.
I know.
Right.
I'm coming to Kokomo just to go to Kokomo Toys.
Dude, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
we're like 35 minutes away. Stop in while you're here.
I will.
We're just south. But you watered up? Are you lubricated again, Berg? Are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Thank you for having me. This has been a great time. I have a Kickstarter. Have a good night, everybody.
And there it is.
I told you we had slides.
I appreciate it. No, guys, this is great. And yeah, I've got a Kickstarter on. We've got we're a little over the halfway mark in terms of day, but we made our goal the first day within 4 hours. So people have just been amazing. I'm doing a comic book about my songs. Like I've always made songs about comics. Now I'm making a comic to match, right? So we're presenting, I've got 15 different artists. They're presenting my songs the way they were meant to be seen as comics. And, you know, being a lifelong comic book fan, a lifelong music fan, this is like the perfect marriage, and it's just been a blast. That cover there is by Steve McNiven, who, if you read comics, you may know from like Old Man Logan, Civil War. He's doing a Daredevil series right now at Marvel, doing an homage here to Steranko, like a classic Hulk cover. And yeah, we've got
#1.
Sorry?
I said it's Hulk Annual #1.
You know it, man, Rob. That's why I'm here. Thank you. This is exactly.
Comic trivia is that's why Racktime Rob is here.
Well, if you love comics, Rob, I tell you, you're going to love this one. Do you love rhymes? I mean, people say comic books can't rhyme, but I'm saying they can.
Reckless hot take!
So, yeah, I don't know what time it is. Word Burglar rhymes with comics. That's, what I do and what this comic is. So it's 15 of my songs as like a lyrological, rapographical mixtape anthology. We've got 2-page illustrations to 12 pagers, and all the words in the comic are the words to the song. So you put on the soundtrack and you can rhyme along to every song. There's fantasy, action, adventure, sci-fi, humor. We've got songs about comics, songs about, inspired by our favorite things. Like maybe there's some G.I. Joe inspired stuff. Maybe other things like Inhumanoids, Conan, Dungeons and Dragons, Star Wars, like all that kind of stuff. If you like that, this comic has got stuff that I think you're going to get a kick out of. You can get it with the soundtrack, which are 15 of my songs that have already come out. And we're doing a digital soundtrack. You can get it on cassette tape, compact disc. Right now, if we unlock our next stretch goal, because we've already unlocked a ton of stretch goals.
Right. I've got them up here. If you want to run through them just one at a time, man. It's already this is the ultimate fund with confidence situation.
Yeah, dude.
But look at what you're already getting with your pledge to rhyme to
rhyme your business. Yeah.
Thank you.
Comics. Yeah, and I gotta say, these prices are actually in Canadian dollars. So it at the $35 Canadian level, that gives you access to all the unlocked stretch goals. Most of them are just like going to be free. So if you pledge at the 35 Canadian level, you're going to get the cassette tape. You're going to get the compact disc. You're going to get stickers, magnets. There's a tote bag, perfect for records and comic books and action figures. Whatever. Get a little Word Burglar tote bag. Why not? I'm like PBS over here. Pledge for your tote bag. I thought it was a cool stretch goal. I was like, yeah. I'm like, this is the comic I've always wanted to read. I make the music I've always wanted to hear, and now I'm going to have the tote bag I've always wanted to tote. So
you're making the greatest liner notes in the history of the music industry, and you're giving us even more extras on top of it.
That's right, man. That's exactly it. And then we've unlocked a lyrical card back, which Brian Sauer's been doing these great card backs for me, which they look like an action figure card back, and you flip it on the back and it's the lyrics to a song. So we've got like some action figures, based on, my characters from my song. Like we did one for Croque Monsieur, one for Spectre Inspectors. We're doing one for the War in Wardrobe, which is a single I put out last year, which is basically, who's the guy making all the uniforms for Cobra in my fan fiction. This is all fan fiction. And his name's Cross Stitch. Cause I always wondered, I'm like, who's making their costumes? Where do they go? Where are they getting their boots? Who's dyeing Road Pig's hair? These are things we need to know. Where did Thrasher get that outfit? Or did he,
this
Thrasher
has to be somebody's job.
And it's actually my rejected Operation Recall pitch. But
Cobra Quartermaster.
Man, where am I? Yeah, exactly. What is it? What is it? 11:15 now? How long have I been here?
Something like that.
But yeah, you can check out the Kickstarter. If you just type in Word Burglar on Kickstarter, it's called Word Burglar Rhymes with Comics. We've got all kinds of really fun stuff. I'm doing custom rhymes for people, handwritten lyrics. There's a brand new Rap Viper t-shirt if you want to get in on that pledge. My other comics, like I've written a ton of comics already. I've got a series called The Last Paper Route, which is all about my true life adventures as a paperboy, and where I used my money to buy comics and rap records and GI Joe figures and stuff. And then I have a
I'm
comic
familiar.
called Snake Horse Pizza, which is about an evil snake person who failed to rule the globe in the 80s, and now he has to run a pizza shop. And you can get those and
That's the
all
next
kinds
step
of fun
down.
stuff. And then all my albums and records, like I got like 200 songs out there. If you're not familiar with my stuff, it's old school hip hop inspired by the things I love, which include comics and GI Joe and music and sandwiches and all the good things. And I take the music very seriously, so but I have fun with it. And I think I would hope if anybody checks out the Kickstarter, check out the music on there. I've got videos up there. There's art samples. We've got artists from Marvel, DC, IDW, Scholastic, Image, Boom, Oni Press. Like I've got a whole bunch of incredible artists. Like basically I went around pitching the ideas to artists and everybody said yes. So I was like, hey, we're doing it. And the cool thing is the book is ready. It was done. The art was all completed before I launched the Kickstarter. So now I'm working with the incredible Brian Sauer, who's been with me from day one, just helping design the book and everything. And so the book is gonna, you're not gonna have to wait too long to get the book once the Kickstarter wraps up. So yeah, like you said, Mike, pledge with confidence, because we're funded, and now we're trying to get that vinyl stretch goal, which we hit at 35,000 Canadian, which is probably like $10 American.
Yeah. Right.
I'm telling you, you guys are getting a deal.
The exchange rate's in our favor.
Yeah. So
It's
check it out.
Like $8.
Yeah.
But that is what's there. The vinyl soundtrack option is there for us at 35,000. So it's right there within reach. We got how many days left on this, Berg?
I think we're at 14 days left. 13. Right,
Let me look. I have it up actually.
Yeah. So it's been
it's
crazy. I've just been like hustling every day to there's a lot of stuff. This is the first time I've done a Kickstarter. I've done a few crowdfunders for like vinyl and videos and stuff in the past, but I've never used the Kickstarter site. And this was like the perfect like dream project that I thought that Kickstarter could help me with. And like I looked at potentially going with like some publishers and stuff for this, but I was like, no, I'm just going to do this independently. One of the stretch goals which we hit early on was oversized format. So you've got normal comic book size, right? Like here's one of my comics, The Last Paper Route, but we're going to do it at like here, I'll take this Invincible hardcover. It's going to be like this oversized, right? So like kind of. And it's a soft cover, but so shipping will be less and less, my tote bag won't be as heavy with soft cover books. I'll lug it around in it, but you guys get what I'm saying. But yeah, thank you for allowing me to shamelessly promote it. I hope you'll dig it, because we got a lot of fun stuff planned, and I'm already looking at doing issue 2, because the response to volume 1 so far, people are pretty psyched about it. So, as long as it doesn't suck, there'll be an issue 2. But my whole goal has been to make things that don't suck. So that's what I'm striving to do every morning when I wake up. So.
I mean, that's our goal too. Well, the difference is that you hit yours.
Yeah, you do have 14 days left on this.
Yeah, sweet.
So 2 weeks. You got 2 weeks to put together $35 Canadian. You mooks.
Well, thank you. And yeah, check it out. Message me. Like I've been responding to messages daily. Like if anyone has questions about it. And and then I'm working on tons of new music. Got tons and tons of new stuff cooking. Got another comic book thing cooking. Got a whole bunch of it's busy. I'm in the word Burglar here, buried deep underground. Lots of long boxes and O-rings and vinyl crates. And we're just there's a lot of cool stuff cooking here. So and if you haven't seen it, check out 1984's the video. Go watch it. O-ring goodness on YouTube.
Right. If you need the link, that is on the Kickstarter page too. So
yes,
it's right there for. It's very self-inclusive.
That's right. Yeah,
it's all working together.
Yeah. For sure. So that's it. Word Burglar rhymes with comics. Anybody who's still here, thank you.
They're still here.
Check it out. Yeah. And thank you guys. Honestly, like what I said earlier about remembering when you were first starting this podcast, and it was just so great to like hear other Joe fans and hot takes and things. And it's like, all right, cool. And really like yourselves and Flag Points and those early Joe podcasts that, just help mobilize a lot of us fans out there. It's great. It's exciting to be here.
It is great to have you, man. Do you have, while we're wrapping things up, do you have any other shout outs you'd like for the folks at large?
Just, big shout outs to everybody, just supporting, keeping Joe's love alive. There's, I think it's so important to just have things that you love and that, just having fun. And we're all obviously still into Joe because we have good memories of it when we were kids. And I think there's new generations that are going to find out why G.I. Joe is so great on so many different levels. And there's so many more stories to be told, so many more characters to explore and have fun with, and just like friendships. And, it feels like when you meet G.I. Joe fans, I don't know about you guys, but I always feel like there is something in our head where it's like, like G.I. Joe's a giant team of specialists. Everybody's got different specialties and skills and all these different things. And it's like, I always, meeting Joe fans, it's always just like a fun thing. Like there's this underlying thing where it's like, oh yeah, we're all kind of part of this like G.I. Joe like fan team almost. I don't know if you know what I'm saying, but I just feel, I feel this connection to Joe fans as opposed to like when I worked in a comic shop and I meet other fandoms, not dissing other fandoms, but
right
now I'm really tangenting out. But just shout out to all the Joe community. It's fun. And if anybody wants to talk about, why cesspool rules, just let me know. Hit me up.
Right. There's a manifesto there. So be ready.
Manifest pool. Yeah. What?
Look, you can take cesspool, tie him into the toxic sludge that blinded Daredevil, which of course ran into the sewer and created the turtles. So there you go.
Yeah. No, I think as an environmental terrorist, it's he makes a lot of sense.
Cool. Jab along in Toy City says, shout out to the old Silver Snail.
Yes, right on. Yeah, I worked there for many years. If you were ever there, I probably sold you a comic, and I convinced the owner to bring in a ton of G.I. Joe stuff. And we brought Larry in for a signing. We did a signing with Larry in like 2005 or 2006. The owner, maybe it was 2007. I remember the owner asked me, he was like, because I was like the guy running the comic section, and he was like, all right, I got connections, all these people, Todd McFarlane, Neil Gaiman, Garth Ennis, I can get all, who do you want me to bring in? We're going to do a big summer signing. I was like, dude, Larry Hama, are you kidding me? That's who I want. And we brought Larry out, and it was amazing. Larry couldn't have been better. You guys all know how incredible Larry is, living legend. And we brought him to Second City comedy night, and because he's got the theater background, and he had a great time. And one of my buddies was acting in the Second City show. He's one of the main stage players, and he was a big Joe fan, and I remember he like did a joke where he came out and he was like, and playing the voice of Snake Eyes, Sandy Jobin Bevins, and then Larry got a big laugh at that. It was a great weekend, and I've since met Larry a few times. He has no idea who I am, nor should he, but I was like, yeah, man, we got Larry Hama. I was like, yeah, I don't need Garth Ennis. I don't need Frank Miller. I want Larry Hama coming to the comic shop. And I did, so that was pretty sweet. But shout out Silver Snail, definitely.
Rack time, Rob, who you shouting out?
All right, shout out to, Word Burglar. Thank you for coming on. It's awesome tonight.
Dude, it's been a pleasure, Rob. Thank you. Anytime, man. Anytime.
And of course, to our studio audience who is probably just going, they're still going?
Oh, this is even close to our longest show.
No.
The Gunny says, no sports or wrestling tonight. Am I tuned into the wrong show? You must be, man. Because normally we've got at least...
It's the All-Star break, man. What can I tell you?
Right. There's nothing going on.
Blue Jays are doing it this year. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think so.
They were doing okay. We'll see.
You're on the wrong show for Blue Jay love.
Don't count them out, man. Don't count them out.
We have no doubt in the amount of lead that our Yankees can give back. So
yeah,
we like to do that. We like to just hand them right back.
I respect your bench coach.
Right on. Okay. Yeah. Who's your team, Rob? Are you
the Yankees?
You are the Yankees guy.
Oh yeah.
Okay?
Oh yeah. Let's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look, the Yankees. They haven't had a lot of success over the years, so good luck to you.
It's been a tough slog.
We're the little team that almost did it.
Yeah. No. It's funny. There's like one hat. I have a lot of baseball hats, but there's one hat I don't own, and that's a Yankees hat.
Yeah, division rival.
That's the role we're happy to inhabit. Frankly,
I love the Yankees, but yeah, it is division rival. It's funny. Like I won't wear any AL East hats, and maybe Boston in the playoffs. Sorry, but I grew up in Halifax, Nova Scotia. We're like a sister city to Boston. There's a good history back and forth with Boston.
There had to be a better city to be a sister city to. I mean, Yonkers, Newark.
Well, I grew up a Bruins fan in hockey, actually. So I was connected to Boston, but I like the Red Sox, and so sorry about that. But
well, at least you made the stereotype by apologizing for it.
Hey, I love baseball, so you can't not love baseball.
Right.
Love the Yankees. So
there's nothing wrong with a baseball fan.
Yeah, I just love it. And so I have all these minor league hats because then I don't feel guilty. I'm going against the Jays. I'm like, oh, rock a minor league team. And shout out Skeletron tonight too, of course. I'd be remiss.
There you go. I will reiterate Rob's shout outs. Thank you, Word Burglar, for joining us tonight.
My pleasure. Anytime.
Round of applause.
Humble me.
We do love our audience as well. Thank you so much for joining us. It's a lot of the same names week after week. A few new ones in there. Make sure that you are going down to that box just below Berg there, clicking that like button, click that subscribe button, do all that cool YouTube stuff. It's quick and it's free. And you've already watched enough of us that the YouTube algorithm is going to recommend us to you for the rest of your natural life. So you might as well just click the button and be counted. Be sure while you're down there, leave a big boy comment down below. The live chat is no good to you on recording, so you might as well just let us know what you think down in the big comment down there. To our folks who catch us on replay, you count just as much. We love you just as much. Please do all the same stuff. A quick note, this is the first episode since we've come to video that we did not simulcast on Facebook. Frankly, it's just too screwy over there at this point. I'm tired of having claims put in on our theme song by people that didn't write our theme song, if that makes any sense. And we always win the counterclaim, right? But considering we're only getting about $2 a month from Facebook anyway, it's just not worth the paperwork. So we are no longer simulcasting on Facebook. We may find some other options to simulcast in addition to YouTube, but for the time being, Facebook is off the table.
Pound sand, Facebook.
But all the same, our social media is still down there. It's still a valuable news disseminating device to us. Be sure you're subscribed to us on all that stuff there too. But hey, that's about what we got. That's what we got. Quick shout out to our friends and sponsors of Kokomo Toys. Kokomo Toys. Kokomo Toys. A little sharp on the second verse there, Berg, but we'll get it. We'll fix it in post.
It sounded beautiful.
And
Kokomo Joe.
And that's what we got. We should be back next week, next Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. For another episode of What's on Joe Mind. Are we rushing the finish a little bit? Yeah. We don't want Berg to get in trouble with the wife anymore than he already is. We want him to come back someday. We don't want it to be one of those where those ones that kept you too late. No, we don't want Berg to lie to his wife. We just want her to be okay with us. She doesn't have to be a fan. She's just got to be okay with us.
I actually just want to go finish Andor.
I did that this week.
I'm kidding. This is a pleasure, guys. I was looking forward to this.
Be warned.
No spoilers. No spoilers.
When you finish Andor, you're just gonna wanna watch Rogue One.
Yeah. Oh, that's the plan, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Andor's the show to beat. You know.
Because that's what I did when I finished. I said, "Well, let's just watch Rogue One now."
Yeah. Now that's when we can get a live action G.I. Joe TV show at the caliber of Andor.
Yeah.
That'll be incredible.
As our friend Vagon likes to say, stay safe, and if you can't, be careful. We'll be right back again next Wednesday with another episode of What's on Joe Mind. Until then, have a great rest of the week. And yo, Joe.
If it rhymes, it's real. Yo, Joe.